Are we?
Now we are.
Yeah, we are.
Now we are. I'm gonna get a prize pack going. Who wants to win something?
No, you're not. You can't
Oh, Charles just came here.
Oh, great.
Somebody just crashed the party, everyone.
Great, Charles is here.
Wait, quick, cut to commercial.
Oh, he's about to.
He's about to.
Well, welcome everybody. It's Wednesday yet again. We all survived another week. Stop surfing Facebook.
Jesse Copeland, don't worry. He's on the Addicted Fishing Forum. No live feed? We're late. Here we are.
Let us know where you're tuning in from.
We're good.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
Tonight is a special
There
night.
they are.
Vulcanez, you right. You were first. Oh, Matthew Porter, you did not get the first. Sorry, bro. Sorry. Vulcan is snaked in there today.
You'll get
Oh,
used
he's
to
on
it.
YouTube.
You'll get used to it, Jordan. That's what Cameron does when he wants to make sure that he's heard. He just yells really loud over the top of you.
Yeah, I noticed. Welcome back from vacation, Cameron.
Like, why do I come back and deal with this
Yeah, his
crap?
blood pressure was so much lower as of
know,
12 hours ago.
Oh, no, trust me. I still don't care what you say anytime, so it's all good.
Fair enough.
Oh, jeez.
Well, how was your guys' week?
It was good.
Yeah?
It was good.
Cam?
Did you
Sturgeon
fish today?
fishing?
Sturgeon fished.
How was it? Let's just kick it off right off the bat with sturgeon. We are going to give you guys an
Sturgeon
opportunity to
update.
win something, though. So if you guys want an Okuma hat and one of the Gerber little gutsy tools, these are good. You can throw in your backpack for like trout fishing trips or whatever. Share this out there. Share it out to your family and friends. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. All you people on YouTube, we really appreciate you guys going to our YouTube channels and clicking that thumbs up button because it does help a lot with sharing these things out there.
What's up, guys?
What's the comment? Just we're going to pick where they tuning in from?
Yeah, yep.
Just let us know
A lot
where
of people
you're
know the
tuning in
drill.
from.
Let us know where you're tuning in from. You got a chance to win that Addicted prize pack Marlin just did. And the first super chat of the evening is where are the addicted flow?
So
Your
I
average
can't.
consumer.
You know what? Let's talk. Let's
I
just
can't
kill this one first.
100% confirm, but there's rumors that they will be at Bob's Sporting Goods this Thursday for our Addicted Winter Bash. So I don't know. It's just
probably a
rumors
lie.
though. I have. There's no like 100% confirmed, like guaranteed they've shipped and Bob's already got them, but I've heard rumors that Bob's may have some on Thursday.
You know what though? And on top of that though, we're just going to apologize.
And we're gonna buy them all.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
because you will not get them.
And that'll be the end of that story.
Because the orders, there's
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
so many thousands.
As of
of
now,
those.
Bob's had them. Yeah.
You will see us walking them out in our own bag because right now the orders are like literally into the thousands on the retailers that they can't even get us more samples and more stuff to play with. They're trying to get them to the retailers. But they're trying. I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't think we'll ever. We will. Let's make an agreement with our audience that we will never talk about a product again until it's like.
Hey, but we
Within
do have
2
some
weeks.
we do have some other floats we're working on, so stay tuned.
Yeah, with that in mind. Yeah.
Okay. Scratch that. Everything I just said. Now, but I want to make sure that everybody refers all those questions and comments to Marlin. And you can personally
Great.
message him on that.
Great.
Perfect. Anyways.
We got a whole bunch of you guys tuning in. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. We are going to talk
Good stuff.
all things hardware. We're going to talk about spoons,
Finally.
plugs, spinners. One of Jordan's favorite things to do. And I know, Cam, just the last couple of years, you've been getting into spoon fishing a lot of holes after.
I mean, like
Just more, I mean, like more. It seemed like, what was it, like 3 years ago? No, it was, yeah. No, there was a time when you started fishing spoons a
but
lot
I still
more.
I don't carry a lot of spoons like when I'm with clients.
No? Why not?
Just don't.
Do they
I think
work?
there's a little more.
Tell us
they
the
work
truth.
great.
Tell us the truth.
Oh, I don't like them losing all my damn spoons.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like them losing all my damn spoons.
No, that is not the easiest. The spoons, especially, is not the easiest
Yeah.
presentation to teach.
Yeah. We're going to talk about it today.
I mean, and a lot of times I'm doing it with like a bait caster and stuff, and yeah.
Well, we're going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about some of those tactics, and hopefully we can help people
Right.
get out
Yeah.
there
Right.
and catch them on spoons, because I love it. I love spoon fishing. It's like one of my favorite
the spoon
things.
bite's the best.
Yeah, the take, exactly. I hear Ben in the background talking about that. That's
eat.
when they crush it.
But I will say this, in a full disclosure, like when we were floating on Monday and before I went on vacation and stuff, there's a lot of times to go through the run, it's like, fish it with a float, it's like, God, I wish I had my spoon around.
See,
There's a lot of times I sit there and I know.
I would never leave it. I can't leave without a 9-foot rod in the boat. Ever.
I should. Thank you guys for telling us where you're tuning in from. We appreciate it, guys.
But I feel like if you're going to be fishing kind of hardware, the spoon's at top tier. If you're talking that expertise, it's like the drift fishing of fishing a bead. You know what I mean? You don't necessarily just start spoon fishing. You get good at other hardware fishing before that. And a spinner is much more user friendly in my opinion.
I was gonna say, like, the first steelhead I ever caught was on a spoon.
Mm-hmm.
And I was,
Me too,
but I
blue
was not
steely.
fishing like
Yeah.
a spoon. Like, yeah, mine was a green steely, and it was just
Nice.
casting out there. Boom,
Yeah.
blew it up, ran it down.
Back when there was fish. Yeah.
Let's not get into that.
Yeah, no, you just
Blood pressure's
you're still
low.
on vacation.
You're still on
yeah.
vacation. And actually, let's be honest, there's some fish around.
It's been
There's some
awesome.
steelhead around. So
I mean,
What do you think?
sorry to the
got
people who have
trout
worked
fish and
hard and
marlin
not
here.
found a fish, but oh hey,
Would you wear this thing? Or I've already tried to give it to you.
you did try to give it to me once. Yeah.
Cam, you want this thing?
I think it's a little too
dude,
small.
I'm like old. I'm like your father, so like, yeah.
That
I
actually
guess
would
I
look
could-
good on you.
It
Get
probably
you
would
some
look
wool
good
cut
on
offs.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just
A
give this
beanie
away
over
to
your
some
hat.
Where's like an old where's that red maroon hat? Remember that sample hat you had?
Yeah, should we? Should we give this away?
I think so. But remember that sample hat that we had? You
You
remember
over
that sample
500
red
years?
old man?
Oh
hat?
yeah.
Dude, come on. Where is that sucker?
You missed
What,
it
the
last
Elmer
week,
Fudd?
dude. I wore the freaking dad hat last week.
Oh, the
On
dad
that
hat and that
episode.
would be
Dad had it
epic.
hard. You look good too.
This is a dad hat, pretty much.
Put the Rapala one on.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Perfect.
Rapala.
Except this is flat bill, dude.
No, it's turned up. That's
You guys see me out here?
that hat's never been on forward.
Dude, you will never catch a steelhead unless you look like that. Because apparently that's-
Marlando French is back in the building. Are we gonna talk about some hardware or what?
I'm sweating.
It looks like some people do want the vest.
Oh, of
All
course
right,
they do. It's a
okay.
great vest.
We're gonna maybe give this away tonight, but we got to get this up to. What do you think? How many
I think
viewers?
600. We're at 450 right now. You know.
Okay.
Is that
You
a
guys
real
can do some work
450?
for us.
Is that a real confirmed 450, Clint?
Stand by.
Don't forget those thumbs up, everybody. I see a few of us are already doing it, but don't forget those thumbs up. It gets it out there a long
I
ways.
cannot wear this fucking.
You wore it too long.
No, Jay, we're not
That's a
going to be
killer
at
hat,
the
though,
Puyallup show. I may slip up there Friday if...
We may bring the entourage,
Depends
everybody.
on if the rivers blow out. Saturday and Sunday I'll be sturgeon fishing, so I will not be there. But I'm thinking about Friday, if the rivers go, which I think they're going right now.
As we speak.
Well, that's what we should just go right into first. Clint, let's pick a winner for this first prize pack, and then we'll go in to talk some sturgeon.
555. Good job,
Man,
everybody.
you guys get this thing up to 600. We're gonna be giving away this vest to one
That's
lucky winner.
brand new. Still tags are still on it,
Sims
you
freaking
guys.
fishing vest.
It's a really nice vest.
Hashtag Sims or do something in a Sims post.
Nah.
Shut up, Clint. I miss you guys.
Feels good to be
Especially when
home.
we make fun of Clint.
Yeah,
Clint, who we
now
got,
I'm
buddy?
having fun.
Clint, who do we got?
Sorry, I'm working on.
Sorry, guys, I'm from Canada.
Oh my god.
Tyler Jasper from Southern Oregon. You won yourself a little prize pack here from us. Just shoot us an email to orders@addicted.fishing, and we will get it out to you. We appreciate it, buddy.
Right on.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget, make sure you put your address in the email and let us know what you want. An Okuma hat and a Gerber Gutsy tool.
We know what you run. We keep track of that, but it helps those guys ship it out a little
It does. It
faster.
helps. It makes things easier for the person shipping it. What is the viewers up to? Did we get it up over 6? Nope.
Almost.
560. So if you guys
Keep
want an
hitting that thumbs
opportunity to win that Sims vest in the background, just make sure that you're giving the video a thumbs up, share it out to your family and friends, text it to people if you're on YouTube, message it to some buddies and tell them to come
603.
subscribe
It is
603.
broken.
It
to
just
Addicted
happened.
Fishing.
Now
just
it's got to
like
get
that.
to 700.
Yeah.
It's going to get 700, 700, 750, 725.
Clint's got a look. Oh, no, you didn't keep it long enough. It went right down to
Oh,
5.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Oh.
598. That's all right.
No, we're
Hey,
gonna,
let's do some announcements first, though,
Yeah.
because we got a busy ass couple of weeks.
Yeah,
Tomorrow
and we got a
especially.
lot.
Tomorrow.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about. So first off, Clint, do you have the winter bash flyer, buddy?
Like a good producer would. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ultra point hooks.
And fired.
Oh, pre.
Sturgeon.
Clint, I may need to send you the new.
There it is.
Perfect. The winter chrome bar.
So-
Tomorrow, Bob,
Excellent.
6 o'clock ish.
Yes, 6 to 9 p.m.
We're gonna
tomorrow at Bob's in Longview, Washington.
Yeah, so what we do with these bashes, guys, is, especially in the Bob's location, we can only really take about 150 people there.
Yeah.
And so generally, even though the bash starts at 6 p.m., that's kind of the time people are getting pizza, drinks, we're hanging out, talking, getting everything ready. We generally start the seminar 6:30, 6:40, somewhere in there. Runs an hour. Afterwards, you get time to do some shop. Bob's got some awesome sales.
They always
got
do
some specials.
Like, Bob's always does like crazy deals.
Yeah,
Crazy
so-
deals.
Flyer.
Yep, there's
Yeah.
some really good stuff. They had the flyer out on their Bob's Facebook page as
And
well.
there may be addicted floats there.
There may be addicted floats there. Jordan and I will be there. Is anybody else from the crew coming?
Nah.
I'm sure
Guy-wise.
lots of the dudes will be there. I'm sure some of these guys
Yep.
in the back will come hang out for
Perfect.
sure. Ben, Mike,
As
Josh,
always.
Try.
Philip will be there, I'm sure.
I was trying to guilt you guys into going. Make
Well,
you
I'm
go.
gonna try, but I have to come back.
Oh.
Give us a kid.
Oh, there we go.
If he had a sneeze on the way home, a car sick. So.
I gotta eat my 6
Man.
Yeah, I know.
But no,
Ran
like
out
I
of
said,
pemmican.
guys. But either way, free pizza, drinks, Bob's. I mean, who needs an excuse to go
There's
to
only
Bob's?
4 more seminars to complete the 12 seminars, and we will draw a winner for that boat. So there's 2 more now and 2 more coming at the end of February after the Sportsman Show. So
Yeah, that's going to be sick. And then, obviously, and then the week after, you want to talk about that one?
what's the week
The next
after?
bash?
Next bash.
You want to
Fisherman's.
mention it?
Fisherman's Marine on January 30th.
30th. Thursday the 30th.
God,
gonna
where
be
did this
Thirsty
month
Thursdays.
I know. And that's going to be the Tigard location. They wanted to do it at the Tigard location again this time, so we're down there. Yes.
But we'll still go further south later on in February, guys.
Yep.
After the damn Sportsman Show, which
Yep.
that was my next thing to talk about.
Yes.
We are going to have
Yep. We have
ahead.
we have 80 feet to all the addicted people.
80 feet of
Yeah.
booth space for you guys.
So we went big this year at the Portland Sportsman Show. So we're going to have an addicted booth, which is a 10 by 40. Then Cam will have a 10 by 10. Jordan has a 10 by 10. Nick Popov has a 10 by 10. And Eric Swanson has a 10 by 10. So all the addicted guides in a row. A couple of them missing. That TJ's doing walleye trips.
Yeah.
So he wasn't able to come out. This is when he does all of his trophy walleye fishing.
That's right. He's a busy boy.
Yeah. Yeah. So
He's a
this-
busy boy, but like Kevin, I mean,
Kevin works full time, so a lot of times he's not able to make it to the Sportsman Show. He comes a couple days to come hang out. So he'll definitely be at the booth, I'm sure, a couple days hanging out.
But we've got lots of room and lots of cool stuff for you guys to come see and to come see us and come see you guys. We want to meet you guys there too, so be sure to stop by. And we're going to be in between the Fisherman's booth and the Bob's booth in the A building.
In between
Yep.
the
And
addicted
that
booth
starts-
and the addicted booth.
I said the Bob's booth,
I'm
didn't
just
I?
kidding.
Oh.
No, you said the right thing. I was making it funny.
Yeah, but pretty much the whole aisle between Fisherman's and Bob's will now just be all addicted. But yeah, they'll be awesome. It'll be a good time.
It'll be fun. We'll start sneak peeking some of the new stuff that we have coming because we do have some new
Yes.
apparel and some new stickers and a lot of new cool things that will be at the show.
And a lot of new products that our partners are launching at the show too.
Yep, there is some cool stuff that we
Some
know
really
about
good stuff.
that's gonna be launching there. So that's gonna be fun.
We're
Yep.
talking
So come
about-
hang out, Portland Sportsman Show.
Are you
It's
going to
gonna
be at the Portland show this year? Yes, Tammy. That's exactly what we were talking
Yep,
about.
February 5th
See you at the show,
through the 9th.
Brad.
We will be there. Come hang
Sure.
out. We love to take pictures and hang out with all you guys and meet all you addicts that are following us. So
Are you guys going to do a
come say
live
hi.
stream at the Oregon Sportsman Show? I think you meant the Portland Sportsman Show.
I'm sure we do. We usually
will
do a few of
We
them.
will do probably one a day.
Yep.
Pretty consistent throughout the whole day.
Yeah,
We
usually
should do a
quite few.
dedicated Wednesday night there.
That would be fun.
Just like, I mean, and actually, do a talk for an hour.
That actually would be fun and
Just
do it
get
at
a
the
bunch of
same
the other
time.
people. Have freaking a bunch of people that are always there that we don't get to hang out with.
6
Yeah.
o'clock, we're going to go live that Wednesday and just
You can
make it
stand
the
right
show.
behind this here.
That's a good idea. Let's start planning it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Sweet. Look at that, guys. You guys just helped us come up with a great idea. We appreciate
There
it.
you guys go. See you there, Mikey. I'll see you up there. I'll see you up there fishing sturgeon this weekend, bud. It's pretty good today once we found them.
Yeah, you got Clinton. Did Cam catch some sturgeon today? What do you got?
We had a couple keepers, but we struggled, man. The water was different, and we were all kind of bouncing. Like Eric and I were bouncing. We were fishing completely. I was fishing out of a completely different area, but it was weird. Like we weren't finding them. We kind of weren't finding them, and we were just scratching at them, like nothing crazy. And then we changed the type of water we were fishing, and whether that be depth, current, or whatever. I'm gonna let for you guys to figure out. But once we changed it, it was like just bingo, and found some fish. And we were relaying back and forth, and like Eric in his last spot found some good fish, and it's kind of like, oh, okay, they were just being, when you go on vacation for a week.
Well, do you think that the current, the water
How long is that
coming out-
fish? Because that fish right there is shorter than the first one that he showed.
Probably over now, I guess.
It's an yeah. That's Eric. That was over. It's Eric Swanson. That was over. No, that fish is only a 39. Yeah.
He's fat though.
Just a monster.
That's a super
That's a 39.
a super healthy fish for out there.
Jesus.
A lot of them have been that way though this year. A lot of them have been huge.
That's a 39.
Haven't you seen any of the pictures?
They're
I've been
healthy.
posting,
They're
Josh?
eating lots of
They had a
food.
bazillion
They're real good
freaking shad
fish.
that went over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all pumped up from the summer still.
No, there's been a lot of that. There's been a lot of fatties this year. I mean, but see that fish was longer than the other fish.
What was that one?
That one was 40,
Nah,
just over 40.
I'd have to see the tape.
Yeah, I was gonna easy.
Fine, whatever. I don't care.
Eric Swanson.
Yeah, Eric Swanson's tape. Really, that's a 55. I just killed it anyways. I didn't care.
Let's talk about tape. Let's find that one out.
Let's talk about tape. Right on.
Oh yeah. No, but no, it was kind of a tougher day. But like I said, once we found him, but we're I'm a little jealous because Eric's gonna beat on him the next couple days before I get up there. But yeah, it was good stuff.
Why aren't you going up there?
Because I'm supposed to steelhead fish. I'm steelhead fishing tomorrow for sure. Friday, I
Everything's
don't think
blown.
I am. No, they're not blown. I'll catch them tomorrow.
I doubt it. So fun. to
Maybe I
troll
won't.
them.
I'll get them tomorrow.
Trolling them hard tonight,
I
dude.
know. I'm like, it's like 2 weeks of trolling.
Yeah,
save it
it's all-
up, just
yeah,
like-
it's been simmering.
Yeah. Jeez. God, I quit. I'm out. Tag.
No,
out.
but the steelheading has been fun.
Yep.
It's a nice relief that we actually saw some show up. I think everybody from southern coast in Oregon all the way north to the Olympic Peninsula
Oh, I'm so jealous.
has been catching fish.
Yeah.
If you put in the time and you go out and fish hard and go steelhead fishing. Boy, today I felt like I was in Alaska though.
It's raining.
Oh God, man, it never stopped. I'm still wet.
The river coming up on you all day, or
It was like a rise. In the last few days, we had that little warm spell that went through right after that snow that we had last week. So all the rivers just plateaued out at a high level. But it kept the color good again, kind of anywhere you went, whether you were in southern Oregon or clear up in the Olympic Peninsula. So it was nice. It's good conditions and a little bit of fish around and some target-rich environments, so we could actually go catch some. And I think from just the activity on the site, especially, you can see there's been a lot of people having some fun out there.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
there's been a lot of fish.
I would have to say, especially for wild season though, even though I kind of missed that first opening good volley on it, just kind of gauging it, talking to you guys, kind of going out the last couple days myself, it's like I feel like it's definitely starting more and starting better than it did last year.
Oh yeah, 100%. I would agree.
Certain rivers, not so much. Some of my favorite rivers are
Still kinda
so in the
patchy.
tank right now. I mean, and people are catching some fish, but and not in a chauvinistic way. But when we get these reports of, oh, my buddy's been nailing them, and I'm like, oh yeah, he got 2 last week.
Definition of nailing.
Yeah, I'm
is
like, I'm
different
really
between
happy for him
anglers.
that he had fun
Yeah.
fishing, but I'm not gonna keep working really hard to go back to those places to not see success. You know.
Too busy fishing to go fishing.
I guess.
That's been pretty much it. Yep.
Yeah.
Addicted landing nets will be at the Portland Sportsman Show as well. We will have a bunch of them there. So if you guys are looking to get
How
a
many?
net, I don't even know, 30 I think.
You're gonna allow people to pre-order on that?
Come by them. First come, first serve.
First come, first serve. Okay, I remember
Yep.
last year we had them tagged out.
Yep.
Before the
They
show
were
even
purchased
started.
before you even got
I know.
there,
before
yeah.
we got, it was pretty much you can pick them up at the show because we're not selling them to you though.
Come to the show. Come hang out, and hopefully you can get them there. If not, we will have some on the website right after the show as well. So you guys will be good. We'll get them back up for you for sure.
One person's 2 is another man's 5. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. And it's just relieving that there is some fish getting caught.
Yes.
But on some of the more...
I've seen the comment literally twice.
I'm not
This guy
clicking.
said step away from
This
the
guy
pen.
was
I didn't
clicking.
click it.
I wasn't
I was-
clicking. We got this on video. I was not clicking the pen.
we really take that one.
I wrote.
personal.
I
I wasn't doing it!
I see that everywhere. Oh,
Somebody get me a Gerber pen.
Oh man.
So, on to the...
Here, I saw a couple people said they want to see some chromers. Let's freaking airdrop Clint some of the fish we've been catching.
Yeah, let's do it. The numbers over Willamette Falls are way better this year. Yeah, that's sweet. It's good.
We'll pull up some of the pictures of some of the fish we've been catching the last few days. I'll see if I can find some here.
Did we make it to? Are we still at 600 there, Clint, or did we drop back down a little bit? I'm kind of disappointed in you guys. Ooh.
Because we're not talking about anything cool.
Just wait till I give you a bunch of them, Clint, okay? What you talking about?
MacBook.
Did I send them to your
Yeah,
phone
they're
last
coming.
time?
They're coming. No, someone else just asked where to send them.
Josh caught a toad. It was a beauty. It was a pretty one. It's worth showing.
Marlin's the whole time I'm fighting that fish. Dude, that fish is messing you up. It's not even that big. And then he comes up and he goes, "Oh my god, it's big."
I don't have a hatchery wild
First it was
coexist
30
update,
and
guys.
then it was, take your time. You got plenty of time. It's a big fish.
Yeah, Justin, Carlos. Yeah, I hear you guys.
Instant emotions.
I failed on that. I will
Dead wrong.
fix that for next week.
Sean's
Maybe we should get Dave in here next week. He's been busy though. He's at the Puyallup shows and doing a bunch of other
Mr.
stuff.
Shampy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, should we hop into the hardware talk and keep sending in those pictures?
Yeah.
Is it too early for that?
Just reading some of the comments here. Oh, come on, Shasta. Jeez, you're so mean.
What?
I'm not that entertaining. I'm not trying to entertain you.
Oh, hey, no
Maybe I
personal
don't want to
shots.
entertain you.
No personal shots here. Man,
Oh, yeah, right. That's half the show.
Just not on us.
That's
Okay,
half the
just on
show is
Clint,
personal
please.
shots. Come on. Come on. It's like, how hard can you troll these guys without getting banned?
Whoa.
Good stuff.
You almost knocked over my cherry Sprite 7-Up here, bud.
Oh, Cam, what's your winter schedule like for Cromers? Do you do Sundays? I do try not to do Sundays.
It's the Lord's Day.
But I will do some Sundays as after the Portland Sportsman Show. Though I got sturgeon trips up the Yang until then.
Ew.
So
Dude, we're going to make
Jasper,
a
just
shirt that
message
says that.
I'll get you in.
We have to, dude.
What?
It's just going to say the river giveth and the river taketh.
People were every client I had this week, they're like, I don't understand what everybody's problem was. You saying that? And I'm like, exactly. Did you see the couple posts some guys put up with the bobbers they found on the river? And they were
Yeah,
all,
that was
they were all
awesome.
excited. Yeah. I was like, yeah, with Papa was here, I was like, but I just find most of my bobbers on the river. So, like, I don't go with the giant chubby float every time. I just use whatever I find. And everybody's like, oh, you would. And I'm like, well, I find like 100 bobbers a year. I'm not going to go buy any.
Right? I used to love Springer season because
Got
you'd have all the
lucky.
guys upriver that break their bobbers off because they didn't know how to rig a bobber right, and I'd have milk crates at
should be
the end of
enough,
the
Clint.
freaking
How many- you
rafting
got quite a few,
season
don't
from
you?
all these 3 and 4 ounce Springer bobbers.
That's awesome. That's money.
Yeah,
Goodness.
I go pick up bobbers. It's fun. Sometimes that's all you catch.
Exactly. That's a
What?
bonus for the
Only
day.
4 came in.
That's weird.
There's one.
Ooh, look at that face.
Oh yeah, that's
Face only
that is
a
a
mother
big
could
buck
love.
when their jaw looks like that, and you know that's at least a 4.5 inch, 5 inch worm. That's a big.
I love
fish.
that picture.
That's Benny's fish.
I love that
Oh, that
picture.
is a cool pic.
That's a good one. That's big one.
Yeah.
Why is it like doing all this double weird stuff?
Dude, see, that's how a lot
That's
of the
a
fish have looked,
sexy
too.
beast. The
They're
fish
just
is pretty too.
platinum. A lot of the fish that I noticed showed up just the last
Sexy.
week or so just are dimes.
All caught on the Akuma GSP 99. Oh, look at that guy. That was when we almost died. That was fun.
That's probably like a fish next to mine.
Dude, that fish is way bigger than it looks with Mike holding it. That's a fact. Like, I ain't gonna
I
lie.
want no high teen.
No, from last year? That fish looks pretty small.
Oh yeah, that's true. That was a giant.
Oh, yeah, I was just like, wait, we're not going there. That fish is not a high teen fish.
Last year.
What else we got?
Why are you showing Kaplan again? Dude, where's the double?
That didn't come through.
Yes, it did. I saw it. It popped up and said accept.
I know, but then it said it was canceled.
Oh my gosh, Clint.
Oh. Nope, we were not up where the res was.
Where the Giants live.
Nope, we weren't up there.
Nope.
Well,
What are your thoughts on? Oh yeah, I just saw that, Shane. They approved that Cook Aquaculture to raise all female sterile steelhead trout in net pens now, like for commercial. I'm kind of hoping they'll escape and we actually have some fish to catch. Well,
Take your
yeah.
scissors out.
You know, that's an idea. You could make all the hatchery fish sterile and release tons of them, but use wild genetics.
And there you go. Then
How do you make them sterile? I can't remember how you make them sterile.
Oh, it's the UV light over the eggs at a certain stage, I think.
Really?
I think that's what they do with like triploid trout.
Well, crap! That's all we
It's
gotta
super
do.
simple. It's not like a really big deal.
Well, why don't we do that for every hatchery fish and then put like 50 million in our home river?
Now,
I thought it was the competition, not so much the interbreeding.
Oh, it probably is a little bit of that too.
All right.
But there was something called PHOS, which that's also another.
That's PHOS.
That's
that's beyond.
PHOS.
There's Josh's fish.
Look at that fatty.
put on a few pounds.
Look at that fish.
That thing does. He's doing it. He's holding it absolutely perfectly too.
Yeah,
Yeah, Sean, that's how you
a
hold
nice
a fish.
No.
That is, I mean, dude, that is a
don't
for a
know
buck. That is a fat buck.
I don't know why.
That's
I
a
don't know if
girth-
I even have any of
That's
it.
a girthy
Sean's
buck.
fish look as big as it was.
Yeah.
I think
When
it's
it's laying in the
'cause
water, it
he
looks
was
great.
Standing up. If he would have got down in the water, I think better angle.
Yeah, I think you need to be hips deep in the water normally.
We did get some good ones of Sean's though.
The angle, the ones on its side, those were amazing picks.
Yeah, show
Some
this
big
one, Clint.
ends. Some big ends. Let's see here.
You guys like this? You guys like when we go into like little picture show? Maybe we'll have to do this more and show you guys
Yeah.
some of our current catches or recent catches if you guys want. Let us comment below and let us know if you guys want us to do this more in the future.
Greg, all those comments about sterilizing all the hatchery fish were just a joke.
Show that one, Clint.
Look at this thing.
This is a beast.
One day we get to see
This is
it.
a dinosaur.
Bonk. Look at his hand.
Oh my God.
Look at his hand, like around the tail, with how deep the back is. Like that's how. I mean, that is where you can really tell that fish was a freaking monster.
Its head.
Look how deep that fish
Dude,
is.
the thing's head was so weird. It was like this long and flat, and it just went straight up. It was the weirdest looking
That's what I'm
thing,
saying.
dude.
Look, from where his dorsal is to where his pecs are, or his ventrals are insane. That's a deep fish.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, let's talk some hardware. Jordan's over here like
Yeah.
tweaking out, like grabbing his spinners and his plugs, and he's like laying the rods out. Like,
That's
can we
fun.
just get this conversation going,
Yeah.
please?
Thanks, Sean.
I'm doing everybody a favor.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and you guys get some of these hardware questions ramped up. If you guys have any
Yeah.
specifics that you want to know as we go
People
through
saying,
this,
hell yeah, more picks.
we're gonna go over. The pick thing is cool. We should do a. We
Yeah,
should
we
have
should
people
let
send
people-
pictures in and stuff
That's
too.
what I'm saying. If they
Do
post
like
on
a
the
hog
page,
board.
we'll just pull them from the discussion board too.
Maybe
Yep.
we can start a
just
little
like
thing
a
there.
little like, hey, good
Something
job,
cool.
picture of the week thing.
We are also going to be starting a contest soon, probably right after the sportsman show. We're going to let all the people out there name our worms. Me and
Dude, so
Thank you, came up with it.
the pink pearl
Here we
chartreuse
go.
tail, it's a disco worm.
the disco
The
worm.
80s disco worm.
I like to call it the ugly worm.
I'm fine with the ugly worm. Keep
Whatever.
making fun of it.
Whatever, guys. It's not even funny.
Whatever, guys.
All right.
'Kay,
so
what do you got? What
We're
do you
going to
got
talk
here?
about the rods first. I'd say that's the biggest part of fishing any kind of hardware, wouldn't you?
Oh, for
When
sure.
Having the right rod for it is going to make you a better hardware fisherman tenfold to many standards. And a lot of that is because of the length and the sensitivity. What we have in front of us, I think these are both 9.2. This one's a 9.9, but
9.9.
this 9.9 guide, or the 9.2 Guide Select Pro 8 to 17, I've been fishing these for 2 or 3 years now. And I mean, it's if I'm going to go to the river with one rod at all, it's probably going to be this one. Because you can put a bobber setup on it. You can do whatever you need with it. But the sensitivity and the backbone that it has to be able to feel your spinner blade or feel the thump of that spoon is kind of unparalleled, especially for the price. There's other rods out there that are going to fish a spoon or a spinner really well, but for the price standpoint on these, it's pretty neat. But 8 to 17 is pretty good too, because you're fishing near bottom. You need a good rod with a good backbone so that you can get unsnagged. You can get stuff moving around.
This is the rod you like, isn't it, Josh? Isn't this the one you love, the 9-footer? The freaking...
Is that the 9/8/17?
This is the
Yeah.
9.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a sweet spinner rod.
It's like the hardest one to find too. This
They're
rod's
always-
sold
they're
out
sold
more
out
than
because you
any.
talk about them too much.
I know.
Super versatile. I mean, from Steelhead to Coho too.
Yeah.
It's an awesome, even Chinook spinner rod.
Yep. Or even like fishing real small tribs, using it for a float rod, anything. It's a good little setup. But I like a lighter line too when I'm going for this. I like to usually go with a 30-pound test, braided. And a high vis. One of my biggest pet peeves is when a guy shows up or I'm fishing a rod that has the dark line or that dark green line. The biggest part of spinner fishing is not fishing blindly. It's like having a point of contact to the end of your line.
Same with
knowing
spoons.
Exactly. Knowing right where it's at so that you can cover the structure precisely. You can swing it right in front of the one boulder or right behind the one boulder or across that gravel bar. And if you can't see your line, if it's dark or it's like today, it rained from start to finish and it looked like it was 4 o'clock in the evening all day.
Yeah.
So if you had a green line, you couldn't see it at all. So having that high vis line so you can track that spinner or that blade through there and be able to see exactly where it's at the whole time you're fishing is really crucial. And what we do is we add a bumper on to the end of it normally. That one's probably a double uni. Marlin likes a double uni. I tie a blood knot. He ties an Alberto knot. It's just kind of, you pick your poison. They all work great. The bumper is a big deal. I like to go at least about 6 feet. Once I start shortening it up or I lose a spinner or I start going down or changing spinners a lot and it gets down to about 3 feet, I'll usually add another bumper, especially if the water's really clear. But 6 to 12 feet is my favorite with the bumper, and that gives you enough distance in between that spinner and in between that braid that those fish can't see it no matter how clear the water is. But I don't know. That's
What's your
pretty much it.
second? Somebody asked a second opinion on a good hardware rod. Like, if you couldn't fish that one, what would be your next one?
Casting or spinning, though.
Yeah, they probably don't mean bait
Would be a good
caster,
second choice.
But second choice would be the SST, I guess, if we're sticking with Okuma. But that 9 foot, you don't want anything longer than you don't want anything under 8.5, and you don't want anything really over 9.5.
It's kind of that 9 foot's just the mark that you want.
We've all busted off our last float bank fishing, and we got a spinner in our pocket, and we put it on our 10-foot rod, and we make 3 casts, and you're like, okay, never mind, and you damn near go home because there's no sensitivity and there's too much flex in the rod. You don't want a flimsy rod for fishing these presentations. You want something that has a backbone so that you can have a lot of sensitivity into your foregrip. The tips needs to be sensitive on a float rod so that you can mend your line and you can move it easily. It's the complete opposite for this. You want to be able to have that sensitivity by stiffness, like using like a piece of bamboo. You can feel it all the way down into your hand. And that's what you want with this more so than a long rod so you can manage
Yeah,
your line.
you need to have a little bit of line management, but you need to have sensitivity. And you probably need to have a little bit of, like when the fish grabs it, like you need to have that right long action. You don't want that long loopy, super loopy action.
Yeah.
So you're just like,
It's too
oh
much.
crap, there's one there.
It's kind of like why we don't twitch with 10-foot rods.
Exactly.
Maybe a little bit.
Brady Bell
Real
does.
fast, Mikey says the bumper, what is it? Just for those of you guys who don't know, bumper, a lot of the times these guys are fishing hardware with braided line, braided 30-pound, braided 40-pound line, whether they're spoon or spinner fishing, and that's the piece of fluorocarbon or monofilament they put about 6 feet in front of their whatever they're throwing.
The 15
Just
to
to get a
20
little
pound.
bit, get a little, you get a better attribute for visibility. So they're not using a high vis line to where the lure is.
And again, there's a multiple different knots. If you go to YouTube and just type in like tying fluorocarbon to braid, there'll be 50 knots that you can choose from.
And I like that 30-pound too, especially I commented on that and blew right past it. But that 30-pound braided line, depending, whether or not it's whatever brand that you want to use, having that, exactly, it actually cuts through. It doesn't want to float like a heavy braid does. So having that 30-pound, even like one that's kind of worn out, like if you take some old line off of a float rod and put it on your spinner rod, I find it actually performs better in the current so that, because it's not trying to float up. You have that visibility and everything else, but it's not trying to stay on the surface. It's cutting through and getting you down into the strike zone.
I'm going to try to kill like 3 of these questions. How can you throw a spinner with a 6-foot bumper? The knot reels into the eyes by tying an Alberto, an FG, a uni, a blood. Well, not a blood, but what was the other one you said? There was another one in there. Blood knot. You reel it into the eye. So, when you cast, your gear is only, 6 inches to a foot below your tip. So you reel that tip into the ice, cast back out. Also, I saw this other one asking about an Okuma rod, about the heavy rod for salmon fishing. And if that 10-6 heavy action rod, PNW anglers, if that is one of the classic rods, one of the Guides Like Classics, then yes, you'd be fine with that by far for plunking. But sorry, keep going.
Yeah, you can easily use a 10-6 heavy action SST.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that was. Well, I mean, I don't want to use a 10-6 like the 10-6 8 to 12 like spinning rod.
Yeah.
Like, I want to make sure that 10-6 is
But 8 to 12 wouldn't be heavy.
no. I just wanted to make sure it was in the classics.
Yeah.
They're great plunking rods actually.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I already saw that. Thanks, Sean.
And yes,
Did you say something about
I did.
it? Oh, someone saying their super chat was missed.
Oh, did not see that one. No.
Okay.
Gonna get any more jig heads coming to the website?
What don't we have
I
them?
think
Don't we
they're
have
there
them?
now, right?
Black and blue.
We only have them in black and blue.
We're out of stock in black and blue.
Yeah, we have white and pink and jig head packs, right?
We have white, pink, and jig head packs, but we're out of black and blue. So there we go.
White's been working just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that white. Yeah.
What is the lightest bumper you would since we're on bumpers, guys? What is the lightest bumper you would recommend for hardware? What's the lightest bumper you go to?
Not very light. I like a 15-pound is depending on what kind of 15-pound mono especially. Yeah, it just depends on what I'm fishing, and I actually will kind of downsize a little bit depending on how big a braid that I have. If I'm using like a 30-pound braid, using like a 25-pound bumper can make it a little tough tying your knots, unless you're going to change the style of knot that you're using. The Alberto knot's probably best for that. So I'll downsize it to there, but it just depends on just a 20-pound fluoro is what I go with no matter what. Because they really don't care. You're kind of keying on an aggressive fish anyways. You're going to be smacking them right in the face, and they're not worried about the line. Theoretically, we could tie that braid straight to the spinner or the spoon, but it doesn't perform the same. You end up getting it wrapped around the spinner a lot, and it tangles a lot, and it just becomes a huge pain. But
Yeah.
So
Yeah, a lot of guys saying 20 and stuff, and I agree. Like that spinner bite or that spoon bite, it's a pretty ferocious take. A lot of time you're keying in on bigger fish too.
yeah,
So it's
and
kinda,
for me, I
you don't
want to
yeah.
save spinners. Like there's sometimes, like I think maybe one of the last seminars we did, I had this spinner on that I'd had for like probably a month and a half, and it was just, I mean, all the paint's off. The whole blade just looks like jagged shark teeth, just because it's been slamming on the bottom for so long. So I don't like to lose my spinners. Is what I'm getting at.
Right.
'Cause that thing
I
had
didn't see it,
mojo.
Clint. Go ahead.
That
Sorry,
thing caught a lot of fish, and it like
time.
performed really well. It's like a good plug. So having that good line, having that heavy braid, so that if you do get snagged or you're in a boat or whatever, you can go get that spinner back out without just busting.
So that's
it
it.
off.
How much is there to that? You definitely think there's spinners that fish better than
No,
others?
not really. I just
Yeah.
am superstitious.
And to
like
answer
any
that
fisherman.
question that came up,
It's been asked by multiple people between
so
those two.
so if he said the only thing that kind of he asked me about a couple different brands, and it's like he said small creeks with a 10-6, like that would be my like kind of like. If you're only going to dedicate that rod to just like hiking some very small creeks, you don't need a 10-6. Like go with like this 9.2 spinner rod and get like a kind of a crossover rod that can do both. And then as far as like you said, like the brads there, you know what? Those two models that you're asking about, go to the store, pick one up, see how it feels. Pick the other one up, see how it feels.
Yep.
It'll be an easy decision for you.
And then buy an Okuma.
Well, I'd say, and then buy the one that feels better. Sorry. Especially on those two. So like, but I would maybe, like I said, if you're gonna have something that's dedicated to fishing creeks and small rivers that are only 20 feet across, 25, 30 feet across, you don't really need a 10-6. Go with like what Jordan's saying, that 9.2 spin rod.
Yeah.
You have a
Get
little
two of
flow
them.
rod, a little freaking, do a little both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robert,
Sorry.
thank you so much for the super chat, Robert. We do not have a booth at the Puyallup show. Sorry, we will only be at the Portland
We are
show this
too
year.
damn
But we
busy.
are talking about coming up a couple different groups, potentially Friday and Saturday,
Yeah.
just to walk around the show and hang out. So
Yep.
if you see us, say hi, stop us in the hallway. We are going to probably try
Who's
to
Marlin?
come around there and walk around.
Merlin.
Who's Merlin?
That's what his number is in my phone.
Merlin.
Merlin. He's a magic man.
Magician.
The Godfather.
Yeah, and Kevin Johnson, I don't know anything about that as far as like the guy. I just know the knot. I just saw it and I tried it one day, and it's actually a really strong knot, so I use it.
What's your favorite thing to fish on a float setup, Cam? Thank you for the super chat, your average consumer. These guys' names on YouTube are hilarious.
If you made me pick one, I'd say a. Oh, geez. I mean, we already know what you're gonna say. I'm trying to be like, do I want to be different? Because I can tell you, like last year, like we had low clear conditions a lot of the season, so I was just 1/16 ounce jig with a little bit of added enticement all day long.
Because 1/16. What's you?
A bead.
A bead.
A bead.
Typical.
What's you?
A worm.
A word. Yeah, I say it's
Yep.
hard.
Colorado blade.
Colorado. Oh, I saw a bunch of dudes joking online about fishing.
Hey guys, real
dick
fast
nights.
too.
Well, did you see?
Charles, was it Charles? Where'd Charles leave?
Dick Knight's a secret.
Hey, real fast too. You guys are asking some really good questions, and as we get to those parts that we're talking about hardware, I'm gonna fire at these guys for that stuff. So just keep asking them, and we're not ignoring you.
Yeah, Cam's got the
I'm
notepad
writing
going.
some stuff down, but I kind of want to keep the. We were talking about line and bumpers. I think we need to talk a little bit about maybe the reels that we're kind of throwing, and then we can get into the actual spoons and spinners and stuff we're using.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Love it.
spinning or
Hey,
casting.
Clint, quickly though, did we ever pick a winner for this vest?
No, we didn't.
How are
Oh
we
my
at?
gosh, we
We're
forgot
only
about.
at 500 people though.
Yeah, but it went up to 600. Let's just pick a winner.
kinda disappointed.
All you guys that have hung out with us and stayed, we're gonna randomly select someone
This
here
thing's
to
been
win.
in the garage too long.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do.
Austin Songer, just send me the number. We'll let Marlin call him right now.
What is it?
He said, call my boss and tell him I'm sick and working, and then he needs to go to the Bob's Bash tomorrow night. So we're gonna call in sick for him.
I'll call in sick for you.
Yeah.
Marlon
Send
does
us the
really
number,
good
Austin, we'll
voicemail
do it.
impressions.
Okay, here's the question: would you rather fish a spinner or a spoon? What would you rather fish, a spinner or a spoon? If you had to pick one of those two for Steelhead, what would you pick, a spinner or a spoon? Comment below. We're gonna randomly select someone to win this little Sims vest. And don't forget, if you're on YouTube, please tap that little thumbs up button. It really does help. And don't forget, subscribe with that little bell. How many people are in that bell notification squad? I want all you guys to turn on that bell. We've been putting out so many videos. And if you guys don't have the bell on, you ain't going to see them.
Yeah.
There they go, dude.
And it's broken. Great.
I don't know.
So there's a tag on it still.
Josh has the whole Sims catalog memorized by heart.
Guide vest.
Okay, it's still an expensive vest.
200.
The Sims guide
What?
vest.
It's $200?
It's a $200 vest.
Vest.
That's a $200
Oh, $200 vest going out the door. I don't even know where I got it or where it came from. It's just been sitting.
It's, the comments.
Charles was going to walk in here like, why are you going with my vest?
This thing's been sitting in my garage for like 6 weeks. I think a girl at work literally gave it to me because it didn't fit her
That's
dad.
exactly what happened. And then you tried to give it to me, and I said, eh.
It doesn't fit.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, whatever.
I can't.
A
Yeah,
bunch
this
of
is not
people
good.
want it.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Let's see if it does fit. It looks really small.
Oh,
He's
Hugh.
super chatting his comments.
Hey, Hugh, thank
like
you for
it.
the super chat, buddy.
I like it. When are we going to start doing
Dude,
that?
I don't
like
know
the
why
neck-
you didn't rock
I
it.
like the neck pad the most back here.
Oh, dude, let's get Little in here. Get him up in the live feed.
come on.
Say hi to people.
Come on. Here, you. Oh, hey, everybody. Tiny.
Hi, Little.
Oh, God.
Whoa.
Gonna freaking hook himself.
There you go.
Snap. No, those aren't ready.
today?
How you doing, Little?
You have a wet day on the
I don't
river?
care anymore.
You get very wet today. Had a nice wet food breakfast.
Hey, you. Oh, you look like you're going to bite my face.
All right, get down.
Oh,
He kind of like
Yeah.
didn't like that.
He grunted.
grunted.
You want the vest?
All right, Clint. All right, guys. It's off. Clint's going to randomly select right now. Who's it going to be, Clint?
Wins a $200 vest.
Who's winning the Sims
Damn.
Guide vest?
Damn.
I want to see a picture of
Gina?
you guys posting this after you win it with it all geared up. Tag us. Who is it? Who is it? Who do you got, Clint? Who is it? William O'Brien. William O'Brien, you won yourself a Sims vest. Guide vest.
Damn,
whatever it's called.
dude.
So shoot
Damn.
us an email to orders@addicted.fishing,
away a farm
orders@addicted.fishing.
tonight.
Make sure you
It
include
was my paycheck.
your shipping address and that you won a Sims guide vest, and we'll get it out to you, buddy.
And a check for tax.
Shut up.
Right. And a receipt.
That's a nice donation. We need to write that one
If you're
off.
from Canada, you're paying shipping.
Yeah.
Seriously though, we appreciate all you guys that tune into these every single week, and we love to just be able to give back to you. So, and thanks to the partners that give us a lot of these things to be able to give to you guys. But this Sims
And the coworkers.
this Sims
You
vest just
betray
happened
me.
to be a random thing, not necessarily that. So.
The drawing is rigged. That's what I always say when I don't win, too.
Jordan, what breed is Little? I have had that question so many times, and I usually just tell people
He's a red
he's like
dog.
6 or 7
he's
different breeds.
He's a res mutt.
He's a res dog.
Yeah, he came from Warm Springs.
The best res dog. Come here, bud.
He's a healer Australian Shepherd, is what I was told.
Did you bob his tail?
No.
He's got that mottled paw, and
His
he's got
nub.
the body shape.
He stepped
of
in the
Austin.
cookies and cream, so it happened.
So stupid.
Right? Ooh, somebody's stopping at Safeway.
Yes, Tammy, and the girls watching as well. When I say guys, I'm just using that as a term as like everyone, not just men.
How dare you not be all inclusive this
Oh,
day and age?
jeez.
You son.
I know.
Marlin is just not a
I almost
woke
have
individual.
to refilm every single outro when I do these tutorials because of that.
Because you're worried about what
I'm
people-
like, oh, I should have said guys and gals.
When we say guys, we mean everyone. We're using
me,
it
we
as
are
the
all
definition of
inclusive.
Pick that up
everyone.
at Bob's, he said.
Who?
He said, can I get it from you at Bob's tomorrow night?
I'll
William
think about it.
O'Brien.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
we'll bring
yeah.
it to you tomorrow, buddy. That'd be
That's
way better. We don't have to ship it to you.
Yeah, that's cool.
Some random dude will just go, hey, what's up? I'm William O'Brien.
Call me Willie.
You better have your ID. You better have your ID on
Yeah,
you.
we will be checking your ID.
checking your ID.
Well, let's get back to this. Somebody asked us to show them how to tie a bumper.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
You want to do it? You want to show your blood knot?
I'll show blood knot first, and then we'll cut it. And
I want to see Cameron's crazy Alberto so then I can go back
I just
and watch
feel
it
like
55
Cameron
times and learn it.
takes forever for me. I don't think I could do it as fast as he does.
The double uni is just way faster.
That's what I think.
That's what I've always done. I think it comes from bass fishing.
I think we all need to get up here. We all need to cut some freaking tough line, and we all need to race. And we all need to test.
Nah. I'm good.
Oh, come
That's kinda
on!
cool.
I
I'll
heard
do
a bunch
it.
of throwing
Just
at
time
it.
it.
He'll race
Yeah.
you, he said.
Let's do
Yeah,
it.
let's do it real quick.
Who, you want
Side
it?
cam
Yeah.
now.
First one at doing it.
We gotta do side cam.
All right, come on in, Ben.
I gotta put it back
All right, you guys got it. Here we go. Knot Wars. Mike, you in? Phil?
Strength.
You want to
Cut
try?
me
What,
some chunks.
what do you use? Double uni?
But I want mono.
Come on, join the race.
It can't be 2 chunks of braid.
No, it's gotta be a fluoro.
No, we have some secret fluorocarbon that we're testing.
Hey. No, we can't start. We learned this lesson with the floats already. We're not. Stop.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
You guys all shut up. God, then do you want to answer that same question for the next 7 months?
10
Mike
pound.
will.
Oh, Mike
pound
will.
fluoro.
Okay,
He knows
cool.
about- What line was that?
What line was that?
Phil's getting there too. No, it's
Oh, here we
God.
go.
It's too
Wait. So like,
Tough line?
That's too small.
You got
okay, but how? We don't have like a bunch of braid though.
Jordan's cheating. He's already like getting them all
He
tied
started.
already.
I ain't tied it off. I'm just prepped.
Okay, hold on. I'll cut. Let me just take this freaking tough line here, and we'll just cut some strips
Why don't we just
off.
do one and like
Where's the
time
Gerber
it?
scissors?
Just
That's what I
time
was
it.
gonna say. One at a
Let's just time
time.
it. Let's just time it.
No,
Everyone
it's
has
way
to go
more
at the same
fun if
time.
you guys are racing.
Okay.
It puts the pressure on you.
Okay.
Okay, this is 30-pound dominant.
Beautiful. That's exactly what I use anyways.
perfect. Cam's got an advantage.
I got an advantage. I need an advantage with freaking hairboy over here, dude.
You know, he's tying a lot
Flowing
of
rock.
knots.
Where's some Gerbers? Where's some Gerber scissors?
Here.
Sorry, guys.
You want a Gerber knife?
Here, help me.
Yeah, right. Elbow room.
I need this.
I
How
got
much you
one
need?
tied
How
up in
much
my back
you need?
pocket.
I
was
probably need a little,
prepared.
but you need a little tension though, you know.
Look at that Gerber.
See like that?
right?
Okay, I think I can.
That's
All you gotta do
enough.
is touch it.
Here.
Oh, man, I'll play your silly little games.
Those things are pretty darn sweet. That's my favorite shape
I'm
of
ready.
braid, too.
Make her taut.
Here.
I should have started.
Hey, you can't. No, they have to be
No.
separated.
You gotta have them.
Separated.
See, Cam's got it in his mouth.
Separated. No, they just have to be one line in each hand. He's already got them stacked up, ready to go.
Who's gonna win, guys? Who
Who's mine?
is gonna win? Phil?
I'll do this
You
game.
good?
Oh, this is
Colt,
fun.
you're not in this?
Oh, get in here. Those young eyes. He
I
can
already
see.
know
He
I-
can see the
I
line
need
better.
to
We
win.
can't see the
I
line
already know
anymore.
I'm
We're all
losing
old.
these guys, so I ain't even gonna try.
How are we starting off? Like
I'm gonna
this?
say, yep.
He's gonna
Separate.
Separate. Just say separate. Okay, what knot are you tying, Phil?
Uni.
Uni.
Crazy Alberto.
What do you got?
Alberto.
What do you got, Jordan?
Blood.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, go.
Oh my God, Jordan's done.
Knot test in the Addicted Studio.
Not wars.
Knot wars. Cam already lost. Jordan's like done almost. This is intense.
concentration.
This is intense, dude.
Oh, Phil!
What size line is this?
Hey, bro! Phil was
Got
done.
it.
Jordan's done. That's not fair. I got it breaking on camera.
Seriously, this is like 4-pound test.
I tied it with too short of a line because I rushed it. Dang it.
That's
I
a
think
perfect
Phil
one,
won.
too.
Got it.
Well, no, if it broke on the tie, it's not
I mean,
a
I'm
win.
done, but like
That's a
it took
DQ.
too long. I didn't
Mine
have too
broke.
long of a tag.
Yours broke too, Ben?
I did the same thing Cam did. I shortened it.
I
In a
made it
hurry.
too short.
I'm gonna even
So
cut
nobody's
my
done
knot.
yet,
before
technically?
I get-
Look at Jordan.
No, Jordan's
Jordan's
done.
just like.
You mean I still have a chance?
Jordan's done. He's
Go ahead and cast, sir.
cleaning it up.
Go ahead and cast, sir.
Go ahead and break this off in the next tree.
Okay, there it is.
Oh, good work, Phil.
Okay, let's side cam them to see how clean and nice they look.
Oh, mine's beautiful.
That would be good because it'd be interesting to see what they all look like.
Yeah,
I don't know if the side cam's gonna pick it up
Cut your-
super good, but
Okay,
there we go.
maybe we'll try it. Right
I need some of the real Gerber scissors, please.
I did
The black,
for the first
that
time.
reflection will screw mess that
And I
up.
was like,
Try
I was
this.
like, I'm not gonna. I looked at it the night
Phil
before.
technically
I was like,
should have won because
I'll
the
be
Unity
fine.
should be the fastest.
I have one of the new boppers on.
He yanked them tight,
I didn't
and it just
cut mine, but
Yeah, that uni Phil was done. He beat everyone, but his line is not broke.
Well, I mean,
No,
I
he
could
didn't
have
have his
tied
tag
an overhand knot and freaking got done faster than anybody would have broke.
double surgeons.
Top floor, that's probably
I did
why.
it twice just to make sure. But
Damn it.
I was like,
Yeah, I saw Phil like rip on it pretty hard.
I didn't want to lose.
Well, that was fun.
I just realized.
Okay, now you still have to show people though.
Yeah. Okay.
I just realized my eyes are way worse than I thought. That high vis comes into play real time.
That's what I was
Here you
doing a
go.
little bit. I was like,
You
damn.
wanna use
I
this?
was like, dude, this is not as easy.
There's
That's
Jordan's.
just there.
Okay.
Just give it a sec. Just hold it there. And
Want me to do it?
Oh,
now?
you mean show it how to tie it, Marlin?
Alberto.
Yeah, because isn't that what you were gonna do?
I guess
People-
that's kind of the whole.
That's
point
how the
of
whole
it.
thing
Whoa,
started.
yeah.
Was
What happened?
hang on. You're still on the TV. You're still
Oh,
good.
okay,
I'm trying to find the tool so I can lock the focus.
You can see I gotta
He's
cut
right
that
behind the
little
computer.
tag off.
just don't even worry about it, dude.
Nobody heard it.
I'm gonna try to break it though.
He's the tool's right behind the computer. He said. He's like, I'm trying to find the tool, and he's like, he's right behind the computer.
Ouch! Ouch!
Wait a minute, I'm behind the computer.
There he is.
Not direct. I mean indirectly.
Why do I do
I finally broke
Hey,
it.
he's right there. There he is.
We just blew it up.
Low hole Clint.
You call Jordan.
Okay, so I'm gonna step in here. We'll go to the side
back
cam
to
again.
business.
We'll show the fastest knot.
I'll show the fastest.
But I must say though, I think the out of experience, the Alberto knot is smoother through the guides than the blood knot. The blood knot, especially with a 20-pound test,
Well,
does get a little chunky
The other
as
thing
it
with
goes
blood
out of
knots,
the
if you learn
guides.
blood knots, like you can tie like mono to fluorocarbon, like
Yeah.
where you can't do that with Alberto.
Well, and two, sometimes like I'll do, depending on what size line I have, I'll do like 8 wraps with my braid and then 5 wraps with my.
Oh, blood knot, you can even do
Here.
And see, blood knot you can
Yeah.
do blood knot you can do stupid fast.
Oh, I cut myself.
Oh, here you go.
Here.
Here's a good question for
So you don't cut yourself anymore.
What's up? I didn't see it.
How'd that happen?
Okay, I'll get that. Thank you.
No.
Did you guys
Oh,
see?
this-
How'd that happen?
What
I
happened?
think it was on this guy.
What the hell did you do?
My blood.
See, I don't cut myself when I do a blood knot like you do.
I just did it just now, cutting that in
How
half.
do you think you let it down?
Yeah.
Its name somehow.
Blood.
You gotta put some blood on
Yeah,
it.
right. We made that one really literal.
All right, let's show these people.
All right.
They're all waiting here and freaking waiting to see it.
Okay.
side cam.
So I can.
Side cam.
So I'm gonna take both these lines. I don't think it matters. I'm bleeding everywhere. But I like to have the braided line in my left hand, my fluorocarbon in my right. I like the braided line to be wrapped first. I feel like the knot comes together better. I just seem to mess it up when it's the other way around. So what I do is I lay them straight across each other. Braided line on top. I'm going to hold them in my left index finger and thumb. And then I'm going to use both hands here. I'm going to go over and under the line, go around that fluorocarbon line about 8 times, 7 times or so. And then I'm going to pull that line back into my pinky, hold all the line I just wrapped, and let that fluorocarbon go straight up in the air, just like so. And then I'm going to take my the end of that braid that's left, wrap it back around in between the two. So I'm going to come back and through, right in between the fluoro and the braid, and then I'm going to wrap the fluoro on this side, holding onto that the whole time. Wrap that 6 or 7 times, whatever is your lucky number. Then I'm going to go back to that little hole that I created. Oh, missed it. Just like so. So before you pull it tight, this is how it should look. You got one line going each way, and they're both in the same center hole there. And that's what's key. If they're not in the same hole, that knot's not going to come together. So as I start to pull it tight, get it a little wet there. Comes together just like so. And there's your blood. Blood knot. Everybody seeing it? Kind of hard to see. Right in there. So then you just trim both those sides. And the way I usually like to tell if the knot's tied correctly, one, it looks nice. But the braid and the fluorocarbon should be coming out of opposite sides of that knot. If they're both sticking out of the same end, the knot's wrong. Give it a good hard tug. See, about this, what I like to do is, like, if I'm questioning my knot at all, I'll grab both ends and I'll, like, try to break it, and it ain't breaking, so we're good to go.
Okay, Cam, show the crazy.
Huh?
You need to cut your hand first.
With the greasy chicken fingers.
I'm eating right now, damn it. All right.
That's considered bait.
That's considered bait. Am I using Jordan's, like... So, Crazy Alberto, guys, honestly, for those that want to see it, it's pretty easy not to, like, memorize and to do right, because, like, there's no...
Huh?
It's
7 one way, 7 the other.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's super simple. Like, you always make your loop with your mono, and you always wrap with your braid.
What are you looking
Yeah.
for?
Some braided line. Oh. I'm getting old. I can't see this crap anymore. Okay.
7 down.
All right, go side cam.
When you go through
Side cam.
you gotta make the
Hi, guys.
not square. All you have to do.
Crazy Alberto. Take your mono or your fluoro, whatever it is, and just make a 180-degree little loop. You guys see that loop on the camera? There it is. Now, all you're going to do is you're just going to drop your braided line through the loop, one direction. Make sure you leave yourself a nice long tag there. You can see there. I don't got anything, nothing fancy. Can you guys see that? Damn, you can't even see that, can you? But you guys will get the idea. Yeah. But either way, you'll take that braided tag now, and you're going to wrap it around both those lines that you made the loop out of. 7 times down. And then 7 times back. And you're going to try to keep everything nice and square as you're wrapping it back down and then back over the top of it. So what you're going to do is when you get done, I'm not doing this 7.
You're wrapping the same line down as you did.
Yep. Then, as you can see where, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but you can get the idea. You want to make sure that the braid, when you take your tag in, you go through the loop the way that you started. And what you'll end up with is this nice, even, like, little pattern.
Be a square, like a square knot.
I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Like, the loops are pretty even. And once you do that, you just cinch it down. What will happen is, you'll get something like that. I don't know if you guys can see. Gosh, this is awful. We shouldn't have done this.
Yeah, that side cam's bugged.
You need high vis on both, I think.
Yeah. But, when you trim that down,
Do some knot tutorials.
we already,
rope.
You got any rope?
Rope.
rope works great. We already did them with rope. They're on. You guys can go on our YouTube channel. They are on our YouTube channel. But if you do it right,
I don't think all of them are on there.
I know the Crazy Alberto is though.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Remember, I sat in here and I did like polymer and blood and here's the knot. So it comes out pretty good when you do it right.
It does look so small.
And the key is cutting the tags off as
Yeah.
tight as you can to get it to fly through the guides the best.
Yeah, there it is. Even though I got like a little, like that's just tough line tag, and I don't worry.
Tag in than the
Yeah,
braid.
the braided tag you can cut real short too.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, there it is. Awesome. Cool. I remember that. Terrible demonstration.
It's all right. We pulled it out.
No, that was perfect.
It is a quick run through. If you got, I believe, Camp, you have done a full knot tutorial on the YouTube channel, correct?
I swear we were like this start. We haven't even talked about spinners or spoons.
Nope, we got all your great questions for it.
Hardware live feed.
All right, all I remember is Jordan saying, "All right, we're gonna start with the rods," and then all of a sudden we just went down.
Well,
a
we
whole
got
entire rabbit
rods,
hole.
so we've talked about lines and bumpers. Let's not talk about that anymore. And then let's talk about some reels. Because, I mean, what's the great debate? Spinning and casting. Why do you like what? What do you want what for?
Sorry.
Spinning for spinning.
Yep. Spinners
Why?
are good with the spinning.
Why?
Easier to extend that drift with a spoon with a bait caster.
I wasn't quizzing you guys. I want some of these guys to explain to the audience that. I know you guys know the answer.
Yeah.
They can hear him.
I feel more like more so than that because I guess I have a long enough index finger to fish this way, but I just let my finger on and off of the spool and give it line if it's with a spinning rod. But I feel like the way that you hold a bait caster gives you more sensitivity, personally. Like the way you have it in your hand, it sits in your palm, it's all the way down through your forearm. You're not just holding the back of the rod. You know what I mean? If you watch when Marlin grabs this, he's got his palm and everything kind of engulfing the whole rod. And so you feel that thump, you feel everything going through. And what they're saying in the background is you can click the bail and let it go further down into the run. But what I'm saying is with a spinning rod, I could still do the same thing. I just let line out, grab it, let line out, grab it, and let it still swing. But
a lot of higher end rod models too will have your like a really nice opening here to give you access to the actual blank of the rod, and you can feel like literally everything with it.
Which is the point. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever heard of a live liner or a bait runner reel? So someone sent me this text and asked me this weekend, and what it is, it's a spinning reel. I guess they use it in the salt for putting out live bait and stuff. So it free spools. So you have a spinning reel, but it'll free spool, and for doing exactly that, and I've never heard of anyone out here using them, but I guess
Isn't
there's
that
something
what
about
all
that.
reels do with the click?
Any reel. No, you have to.
Without the reel moving, I think the bail just moves.
It free spools off. And
Yeah.
But then you have to lock it down.
Yeah. And
What does this have to do with anything that we're talking about right now?
Okay.
It'd be like
Reels.
You're talking about reels, and I had someone ask me, do we ever use that, like for doing that for that reason?
For spinner or spoon fishing?
Yeah.
Yeah, when would you ever use that for spinner or spoons?
It's just for feeding line out. I mean,
Last time Clint will ever ask a question again.
What you want to do,
I
guys,
apologize,
is you
folks,
want to
right
get
now.
a
This is
line
gone-
runner
this is
reel.
going terrible right
You
now.
want to get a line runner reel. You want to cast your spinner out there and just let it just free spool.
Get back on top.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so fun making fun of Clint. These guys love it. They love it. It's all about
I
it.
hate it.
You see those ones that have the closed face on them? They got a hole in them?
the book with the button on the bottom.
Nobody wants to know if those are good.
You guys ever heard of a Zebco?
Okay.
Oh goodness.
I freaking hate every one of you in this room.
Alright.
I'm getting hot.
Except Phil. I like Phil.
But the difference is just that you can fish the spinners. For some reason, like in the summertime, I fish a lot of spinners on a bait caster just because I want to be able to cast a little bit further in the wintertime sometimes. Fishing smaller rivers, smaller water, I'll go to the spinners with the bait caster. But both of them are just as effective. You'll see a lot of the guys that are a little more seasoned and have done it for a long time fishing spoons religiously on a bait caster. That's just kind of a token that goes along with it. There's some reasons, but a lot of it is just preference. And I feel like a lot of it relates to sensitivity as well as, management of your line as it goes down through the run. Mm-hmm. So, without further ado, the spinning one though, the 3000 series, 4000 series of any model of reel is going to work fine. We already talked about the line. But I like a little bit bigger reel all the time, 4000 series or a 40 series reel. Just so I have extra line on there. And if you do hook a big fish or so on and so forth. But Cam's got Marlin's got a 3000 on here in Spira.
The other reason why, though, going back to the bait casting real fast with the spoon, the other reason why I really like using that for the spoon is I like that you're fishing kind of downstream. That fish grabs it, he wants to take it. You can also, clamp the drag. Like, the second that fish you want to set the hook on that fish with your thumb. And so you can give it a little extra, and then really stick it. Especially, on big fish with a big sidewash hook. I mean, where you can't with a spinning reel. I mean, you can with a spinning reel a little bit. You can grab the spool and stuff, but it's like when it's in your hand, that fish grabs. Okay, you got it. There he is, and your thumb's on the drag. I mean, your thumb is stopping the drag instantly from going. And then, of course, when he takes off and runs, you let it go.
Just like in Alaska.
Just like in Alaska. Just like in Alaska. Oh,
we were twitching.
You gotta let those fish go with the spoon first.
Yeah. Are the comments broken on the left clip?
It is. They are. Yeah.
Is it seriously?
Yeah. The Facebook. It's not running.
Why does that always happen?
I don't know. I'll message them again.
It happens because Clint sucks.
It's because we get so many dang comments between the two.
Wait,
Yeah,
did
you
one
guys
just come in?
break it. Oh, something just jumped.
Shut up, he says.
Yeah,
Okay, now let's talk about the business.
Yeah, let's talk about the actual metal piece of all this equation.
What are we gonna talk about
There's
first?
a lot of blue in there.
There's a lot of blue. I think I know what would work. Oh,
Would any of those work?
Oh wow, there's a silver and blue spoon. I think all of them work. I mean, all of them work. If you guys have watched any of the Addicted Lives and stuff, or we're out and I'm fishing spinners really heavily, I kind of jump into it a lot. And even in our tutorial that we have on our YouTube about the spinner fishing, it's all about the kind of water that you're fishing. There's some places that I would never touch a bell body, and there's some places I would never touch a torpedo body, like a bullet body blade.
Let's pull one of each of those out so we
Yeah.
can show people that may not know.
So this is what we're talking about if we're talking about... Let's stick that over there in the camera.
Side cam.
That's what we're talking about when we're talking about a torpedo body. This is what we're talking about when we're talking about a bell body spinner. Those are both in the number 4 size. So if we're going to talk big, we're going to talk number 5s or 4.5. There's a 4.5 size torpedo, and then here is a number 5.
And just for reference, this is the spinner that the NFS would actually like us fishermen to fish right here, the one without the hook. Because they figured they don't have to prove any fish being in the river if you can't catch them to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are your 2 different styles of spinners. That's going to be a bell body, and from right to left, that's like a River Fisher, R&B, Blue Fox, and then another R&B. But having the 4s and 5s and in the mix in there, wintertime's not a good time to be going small and going to 3s and stuff because you're just not going to get down in front of the fish. Unless the Farmer's Almanac changes completely throughout the year, I don't think there'll be a moment throughout most of the steelhead season that you want to use a small spinner just because you're not going to get down in front of the fish. The biggest key of this that you're seeing here is
I think
switching
one of those
these.
doesn't have a hook on it.
No, one of them doesn't, so I'm going to crimp this on. But this is how a lot of these spinners come to begin with. And I'll give you the pliers, Sam, you can crimp it on. This is how a lot of these spinners come with factories, with that treble hook on it. I religiously immediately cut them off right away. I get rid of the treble because you can't effectively fish these spinners. You can't get them down close to the bottom and drip them along the bottom like you want to fish a spinner this time of year. With steelhead, I don't feel like blade speed I don't feel like the speed of the blade going fast is as important as just the actual motion of the blade. Steelhead are a little more visual, in my opinion, rather than like a coho where you want to have that blade spinning at a good repetition so that they feel like they want to chase it and attack it. The steelhead just want to see that blade loping. If it's spinning once or 3 to 4 times every 2 feet as it goes downriver, that's perfect to me. That thing just barely fluttering, putting off a lot more light because the blade's going slower. It's kind of like a flasher technique. The slower that flasher goes, the more light it puts off as the sun reflects off of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So cut the hook off. Now what are you doing? Now what do you want to do? Yeah.
And we're going to put this hook
There you
on.
go. Put that hook on.
So we get rid of the treble. These are the 2-aught Mustad Siwash, and I've preached religiously about these things, whether you're going to be putting them on the plugs, like we're going to talk here in a second, or you're going to be putting them on the spinner. I cut that treble hook off. Some people will add a swivel to these if you really wanted to. I don't find it very important. I'm going to slip that right on there, just like so. I'm going to go down right in the base of the pliers there, like so, and I'm going to squeeze that down tight. Very crucial to make sure that that gap is not visible in between that hook and that and the wire of that spinner, because a lot of times I will change the hooks like this and then get a big fish or whatever and it'll roll out and all of a sudden you lose a fish. You don't know why. You make 10 more casts and realize you don't have a hook on anymore. So getting that crimped nice and tight, even if you bend that shank a little bit in across the actual shank of the hook. That's what you want to have there. So that's the way I like to have it set up.
No
Beauty.
swivel.
What's that?
No swivel?
No swivel. I don't like a swivel on top. I tie my spinner straight to my fluorocarbon. So I'll actually...
No swivel on the hook, I mean.
Yeah, no, I don't put the swivel on the hook. This is kind of fun. So I'll take these when I get them. It shows you how cool these Gerber scissors are.
They just cut metal like that.
Do it every day. And there we go. That's how I like it set up. And then I'll tie this straight to my line right onto the fluorocarbon.
Cam, look out.
So Marlin, jump in here. And I like to have that side wash again, kind of reiterate on it.
Cut it off.
It's just to have it down on the bottom.
What am I jumping
to
in?
be able, because I'm going to want you to set up a spoon for him. Your special way. I guess as we hop back in. And before we leave the spinner talk really quick, we'll talk color. I don't think color matters at all. It's almost like worms in a way. You can catch a fish in any condition on just about any kind of spinner. Some are better during certain times. And that all comes down to water clarity. So if you got nice, perfect water conditions, blue sky, everything's good to go, you're going to go with like a blue or your greens or some of those neutral colors.
How do you avoid line twists?
You don't really. But what happens is when you use that higher quality braided line, you don't get, the line will eventually gain a twist over time. But as long as your spinner's shank or the wire on your spinner is straight and it's not bent or has any distortion to it, that blade will spin around that wire and not spin your line completely. So every now and again you will get some twists, but over time it'll just get that memory and your line will function just fine, even though it might be twisting. But you gotta have that fluorocarbon bumper on there, else it won't work. You will get a ton of line twists if you have it just straight to it. Any other questions on that line?
This must have. You don't, but 20-pound test takes a bit to load up.
What do they mean, do you think?
I'm trying to figure that out.
What's the question?
Next question. Scenting spinners.
You know, I think it's plausible. Why not? I don't think it really I don't think a fish that's hitting a spinner is necessarily smelling what it's smelling like. It's not taking that good of a look at it if they follow it a lot, but I don't think the scent's going to entice them.
Bull crap. Addicted salmon blend.
Yeah,
or
there you
steelhead
go.
blend. Damn it. Just totally lying.
But I think it's feasible in any situation. Plugs, spinners, spoons. If you got it, you might as well try it. It's not going to hurt the presentation. So it's just kind of that little extra edge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we were fishing with a guy up in
You want to
Washington
show that on
here
the side cam?
this fall, and he actually was using number 6 spinners and putting a giant chunk of prawn on the end of the hook. I thought that was really interesting for chum. I'd like to see that work.
That's caught a lot. That's caught a lot of fish.
It didn't. It just sat back there like a regular wire.
That one's seen some days.
Mm-hmm. I rig them. I like to rig them like that with a swivel, barrel swivel up top, split ring to your spoon, to another split ring, to a barrel swivel, to that 2/0.
And is that for presentation or for keeping the fish on, Marlin?
That's for keeping the fish on.
Yeah.
100% for keeping the fish on. Same concept as you always talk about the bead getting them right in the corner of the mouth or whatever. That's the same way that spoon works with that hook hung back like that. 9 times out of 10, that hook is always right in the corner of that fish's mouth.
Look at that offset.
That offset's just incredible.
Yeah, I picked some up and they're pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
The ones that I've always wanted to try is the guys that do a Dacron hangback.
Yeah, I saw that on a couple. On an STS article once.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
that hangs it back
my
even
buddy
farther.
Kale does that a lot, especially on a hoochie spinner for coho mostly.
Hangs that Dacron
The one
back.
that the thing just sits back there and does this too. It just
That
lays back
makes
and
sense.
forth. Works really
That
well.
makes sense.
But that's for another live feed.
I saw the question about a small dual lock for easy change out, and we can probably answer this for both spinner. I mean, for spoons, you're using that swivel, in front of the spoon. So I don't
want anything in front of that spoon to mess up anything that my wobble's doing. Is what I like. That's why I don't put anything.
I don't know
on
if
there.
I just don't want one more thing that could potentially fail.
Yeah. Well, I just don't think you need it either. The dual lock is almost going to take you just as long to unclip. Well, you're not going to change like that.
That's what I was trying to lead you to. I mean, you're not. I don't think spoon fishing especially. I don't think it's like I go through this the hole with some chrome and blue, and like, oh, I'll switch to copper, catch 4. I mean, there are days I think certain colors outperform other colors, but I feel like when I'm spoon fishing, it's like I kind of try to match the condition.
And you go, I want this one.
Right.
And it's there for the day.
Right. I beat it up. I don't know, but maybe but I don't say. You switch spoon colors a lot? No. Clint does? Well, that means you shouldn't do it. So, let's be honest.
You do switch spinner colors a lot, though. You don't.
Yeah,
you
spinner,
couldn't use
but
a duo lock on a spinner.
It's just pointless. I mean,
It's just as long as time.
exactly. You cut it, 7 wraps back through. I mean, I'm not doing a fancy
How many
knot.
people, Clint?
I feel like a swivel's gonna distort the action.
And it does. And the thing about why I really don't use a swivel, everybody, is because when you don't use a swivel, well, when you use a swivel, you have to get the swivel spinning and the blade and the spinner. When you use no swivel, as soon as that blade hits the water, whether you're letting it sink or whether you're doing anything else, it automatically grabs tension from your line and starts engaging that spinner. So that I can literally cast up at a 45-degree angle, reel my line tight, and just bounce my spinner down the bottom in front of me until I can get it tight and then start to swing it across the structure. And I'm still fishing. I'll actually catch more of them on the bounce than I will on the swing. And you can't necessarily do that if you're reeling too fast, and then you want to be able to get that presentation down across the bottom like that, and by doing so, eliminating that swivel keeps that thing engaged and spinning the whole time rather than the barrel, the ball, and everything else spinning as well. To where you have something that's just laying on the bottom dragging rather than this that's hitting, fluttering, and going down the river. Same with the spoon. Exactly with the spoon. You can almost amplify that even more with the spoon because you don't have the moving components as much. You got just the spoon going back and forth. So going to color kind of covers both of them. What do you go to? Perfect water, you go blue and silver. Dirty, crappy water, you go gold and whatever else. Blue and silver.
I just love blue and silver. I've just caught so many fish on blue and silver in all water conditions. But yeah, I'll usually go to something brighter. Like I always like to have an accent color. You can see I have a bunch of gold and pink in here.
I like that golden pink.
Yeah, I would use this in dirtier water a lot. Yeah, in a lot of dirty water, I would use something like a golden pink.
None of this matters if no fish are present. Fact.
Exactly.
What's that like bleached out chrome? That like white
That's
chrome?
very true.
The white silver,
White
yeah.
silver, yeah.
Matte silver.
That's a good. That's
I think I got some. Isn't that the matte
Yep,
silver?
that's it.
Tarnished
No,
silver.
that's this one.
Tarnished.
They're all the same.
It's the same thing as this blade here.
Yeah, yeah. What about black, Jordan? You ever use much black?
Never caught a fish on one.
I heard
You
it's
know
good
who
for
does?
clear water, but
Herzog.
It's always just heard. I've always just heard it rumored a Coho thing.
Yeah, the black chrome.
Like anybody that ever told me black spinner they were talking about coho fishing.
yeah.
But
What size hook are you putting on those 2/5 and 2/3 spoons, guys? That's a good question. What size hook is that?
I usually do a 2/0 or a 3/0.
2/0 or a 3/0. So stay in that ballpark, guys. Yep. Yeah. Oh, Brandon Roy. Yeah, 2/0 hook for the place. Yes. And then on your spinner size 4 and 5 spinners, 2/0.
yeah,
2/0.
2/0 side wash. You can go a bit smaller if they're out of the 2/0 and you don't want to go up to like a 4/0 and because it's just oversized. You can go a little bit smaller. Go down to that next size down.
Yeah.
I've done that plenty, especially if you're using like a number 4 spinner. So
Is this yours?
Yep.
DP, we still trying to get that Dr. Pepper
Dr.
sponsorship.
Pepper. So if anybody from Dr. Pepper Corporate's watching, we'd love to partner with you. What's that? It is? How local?
Diet Dr. Pepper
Come on.
tastes.
What?
Diet Dr. Pepper tastes the same as regular Dr. Pepper.
What's this guy talking about? We try to answer all the questions. We don't just
Yeah,
ignore Facebook or YouTube. We try to get to all of them. But sometimes the questions are coming in so quick we can't get to all of them. And then a lot of times questions also provoke like 10-minute long conversations.
Right.
So
And that's why I write stuff down that's pertinent to the
If you want one that's answered,
we do the best we can,
for
guys.
sure. Get on YouTube and
You go
drop
answer
a super
500
chat.
people's questions a day, bud. I'm just kidding.
Are you guys going to Alaska this year? I'm sure we will be at some point. Who knows where and who knows when, but I think
I'll be
Alaska
living in the bush
is,
at some point this year.
I think Alaska is on all of our bucket lists every single year, so Cam will put a Dr. Pepper logo on his boat.
Okay.
Dr. Pepper, if you want to cut us a check for like $100K, we'll throw a Dr. Pepper logo on Cam's boat.
Okay. Wait. Wait.
Wait,
You
what?
cut me that check for 100K, bud.
That guy says black spoons are a legit technique.
Can we talk Sturgeon? We kind of already did. Addicted 3. Yeah, we got plans for that one.
That's for
We're
chili.
going somewhere else for that, though.
Don't talk about it.
Yeah, I know. We're not talking about it.
7 months of weird
7 months of where's Addicted Alaska 3 or Addicted America 3 or Addicted Brazil 3 or Addicted South America 3 or Addicted Australia 3.
Go to Alaska and only target one.
Dude in the black hat looks familiar. I think I've seen him chilling with John B. Have you been chilling with John B. ever, Cameron?
That's where he really
Nope.
was. It wasn't in the Bahamas.
Can't say I was chilling with John B. I guess so.
What else we got? We got any other questions we want to? I saw a couple people want another giveaway. We gave away a lot to you guys tonight.
Yeah. We gotta give another giveaway. Oh, you got 500 people watching here still.
All right, fine. We'll do another giveaway. What about these? You want to talk about these?
Let's
at all?
talk about some quick plugs really quick. This kind of pertains to a smaller bit of the viewers here, because you can't necessarily fish these as well from the bank, unless you're going to be using some kind of side planer or set up just right in the hole to be able to back a plug down. But the last few days, I started running some plugs in between fishing all the other techniques and started getting some fish. And I have been loving it because it's a lot of fun to watch a plug go down, especially in a little river. Because then they go fly, and then the hook comes flying back out at you. But how do you fix that, Cameron?
Fish the right hook.
Yeah, 2-aught monster side wash.
Fish the right hook.
Again.
You don't see that as much?
Yeah, it was pretty funny. But plug, again, the same color coordination and everything that we've been talking about with the spinners. Each color, having a specific favorite color and then having your variable rod if you are running 2 plugs is always going to make you more effective. Put your go-to alma mater plug on the side you think you're going to get the fish. Put the variable plug, the different color, the different size, the different action on the other side and see if that's going to pull a fish out as well, kind of sneaking in there. Or go with 2 of your old fashions. Depending on what kind of hole you're going to be fishing, either talking about like a Brad's Wiggler, these wigglers work really good getting pulled behind the boat. And then we got the killer fish of all the different sizes are just as good. Let's see where's some of my favorites in here. I don't even see this one.
Got a little bit of juice on it.
I already touched that. But like on dirty water, chrome and chartreuse, anything that's going to be flamboyant. Oh, thanks for the super chat, Northwest Slayers.
What do you mean by that? Please make a plug bite compilation.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cameron's got a bunch of Alaska stuff that would make that.
He lost it all.
No, I still have it.
I just never aired it.
He's never put it out.
Yeah.
Joe's cool.
I still have it. I'm still going through it all.
Like 3 years ago.
That's what he was doing when he was thinking about Phil. Watching this plug video.
Compilation cam. I don't know. We'll have to think about that. How would we do? I mean, pretty much we just have to go plug fishing.
Yeah, exactly.
We'd have to do that first. It might not be.
I could have got a couple shots in the last couple days.
Lonnie's got a bunch of good stuff
Right.
on his GoPro. I know he does.
I'll have to work on that one. The water might be nice and high this week to do it.
But either way, thank you for the super chat. We appreciate when you guys contribute to the channel like that. Thank you so much.
But along the same lines here, we're going to go into the hook thing again. As if you guys haven't got the hint, the hook setup on all these rigs are almost the most important thing aside from size or color. Being able to effectively fish, and then with the plugs more than anything, being able to land the dang fish. For the entire start of the week, I was being lazy. I was running double trebles. I lost every single fish I caught. Lost 5 fish over a few days on the plug. Which, I mean, when you get a plug bite, it's exciting. It's cool when it all comes together. You put the fish in the net. But there's a lot of people out there who, if you fished a lot of plugs, you know that you hook a fish. It's like a bead. You hook them and you're just praying. You instantly just start praying that it's going to stay on unless you make these small, minor adjustments. And what I like to do, whether or not you're going to use any kind of swivel off the back end, we're going to add a little split ring.
Go over to the side cam. Side cam.
So what we've done here, both ends had a split ring on it. We removed the treble hooks that come on these in the package. So this is a split ring with a little split ring plier thing. I'm going to add that split ring onto the tail end here. Do we have any swivels?
What's in here? You need a bead chain or a swivel?
Swivel. onto the back of that, just for the same kind of idea as what Marlin did with the spoon, of adding the swivel so that the rotation of the fish, once you do hook them, doesn't unhook themselves. Because a lot of times with the right size hook, when a fish starts to get the lure and everything twisted up in its face, it actually acts almost like a pair of pliers in a way. The way that hook and that plug itself gets distorted around, and it helps those fish actually roll right out of it. So it actually is easier for the fish to get off of if you didn't have it set up a different way. So we're going to take 2-aught Siwash. That's not it. Right here. Oh. Okay. 2-aught Siwash.
Those are all ones that I just cut off there.
Right to the back end of that. Pliers. Well, you guys get the idea. I don't know where the pliers are right now. But we're going to crimp that down again, nice and tight. Make sure that there's no gap. Make sure there's no gap in there. Get that bad boy down in the base of your Gerber pliers. Pinch it tight. She's ready to go. And I'll tell you, I switched to this, and very next day I didn't lose a single fish on the play. Got 3.
Now that you said that, the next 5 are gone.
I'm just going to cut the hook off.
And you're screwed.
You got something?
I've only ever lost 1 rigged up that way.
You've only caught 2 though, so it doesn't count.
That's it.
So yeah, this way you can. I do without the swivel sometimes.
You do that
if you don't have
setup?
swivels.
Yeah.
I'd like the swivel probably to be a little
chain
smaller.
or do a chain
No.
off the center?
It's just like the exact same thing. I've only ever lost 1, and it wasn't like direct. He got really wrapped up in it and ended up straightening
You don't
it
do
up.
2 hooks, just 1 single.
Just one single. There's no need.
And when you're running these back, you don't necessarily need the bumper. You can go braid straight to that dual lock, straight down to your braid on whatever you're using, whether it be high vis or dark. 30 to 70 to 80 feet back behind the boat.
No belly
depending
hook.
on-
No belly hook.
I like to do a swivel with like 2 feet and a
Right.
feet so they don't reel the plug into the top of the rod.
Yeah. Normally it comes jumping back all the way into the boat anyways.
They do that, and it's a definite stop, and it's like perfect. You can set
Yeah.
your rods in the rod holders, and they don't you can row and they won't dig. They'll sit right on the top of the water.
Who's Aaron Weeby?
Who? What's the comment?
Dustin H, thank you, brother.
Where, Cam?
Yeah, thank you. And
Appreciate
all the
that
fish.
super chat,
Aaron
buddy.
Weeb? Addicted Life collab.
He is in Canada.
Ah, guy in the day. Clint, you can call him up.
Have you ever seen the guy that does the fidget spinner muskie take right at the boat?
I've heard of him. I haven't seen it.
That's Aaron.
Oh, okay, cool.
He's the guy.
Thank you, Dustin H.
He's the guy that
Appreciate it.
just commented on Jordan's video and trolled him. He literally came over and trolled Jordan's video. He's like, how ironic that this guy's talking about the most humane way to kill a fish as it suffocates on the bank. Hey, guess what though, Aaron Weeb? That video has like 150,000 views, so kick rocks.
Bait divers. I think that's for another discussion.
Yeah,
Northwest Slayers.
we will have to do
Appreciate it.
Those ones are tough. Those discussions are tough because it's such. There's a lot of guys who have drift boats and boats and stuff in here. In these conversations, but at the same rate, it's a kind of a one trick conversation there. You can only talk so much.
We talk about a lot there.
Yeah, but it doesn't pertain to everybody.
We talk about stuff that doesn't pertain to everybody all the
Yeah,
time.
right.
We talk like 8 months out of the year of huge boat fishing in our sleds for salmon.
All right, bring the divers
I
next
appreciate
time.
every moment of that.
Yeah.
We will try to get on that. That's actually a great topic, so we'd love to
We need
cover
to do
that.
a full 15-minute demonstration of running plugs down a run, doing
That would be cool.
we got some high water.
That'd be really
That
cool.
new raft rows plugs really well.
Sweet.
Bait divers will.
Sweet. All right, guys, you guys want another prize pack? We're going to get one going here. We got some of our Addicted Winter Chrome Blend, which if you guys haven't tried this, you're missing out, I'm telling you. I've just seen this thing make a difference. Sean, literally, dude, he'd fish that entire tail out. Fish that entire tail out, reeled in, put this stuff on. I swear to God,
crap.
next cast. Swear to God.
Lies.
Swear, dude.
I've seen it happen way too many times.
Ben was there, John, dude, and that's the thing. I've seen it happen way too many times,
Way
too.
too many times.
But I don't necessarily even think it's just the Winter Chrome Blend. It's just scent after you didn't have scent through a hole, right? Like
Something different.
something different. So key. But the Winter Chrome Blend's nice. That's for
Yes,
sure.
if you're going to go different, go winter chrome blend.
Exactly. Got an
I
addicted
don't
hat.
always go different. But
And then we also have a must-add decal. So if you guys can do us a favor, if you're on YouTube or on Facebook, please give this video some thumbs up. I saw there's like 230 thumbs up on YouTube, and there's like 400. There's like 400 people watching on YouTube. So
there's like 500 people watching total. And one thing, guys, you know what? I gotta stop here because I'm seeing a lot of like the repeat questions, like size bumpers, difference between bell body and torpedo. Would you go dual lock? Like, if you guys are tuning in and you missed that part of these things, you can always go back and watch. We've already kind of covered a lot of these topics. I see you guys kind of asking the same question. I don't know if they got here a little later.
yeah, and I know there's a lot of YouTubers that take their live feeds down. They don't actually leave them and publish them. We do not do that. So if you guys want to go back and watch these, we leave them up on our YouTube channel. There's a playlist called Addicted Fishing Live, and every live video that we've ever done is in that playlist. So go back and watch them. There's tons of information. A lot of them are just giving up all sorts of things.
And Ron Parks, if you're referring to, do you run? This is a new question for the. I'm assuming for plugs, you run dual locks on your plugs, and absolutely, I do.
Yeah.
What, dual lock to dual lock?
Yeah, basically, like, so you have your dual lock here, and
just like this one,
another dual
exactly
lock.
like that.
Why?
Just quick change out. Usually when you're, a lot of times when you're plug fishing, like you're doing bait wraps, you're doing like, you're gonna be
Doesn't it
rotating
make them hunt
plugs.
a little more?
Yeah, you could say that.
I think I got that from Cameron.
Yeah, I said you could say that, but like honestly, it's still, this one stays tied to your line, and you got a rotation of like killer fish, you got a rotation of mag lips that are all like little bait wraps, because these will have little coon shrimp wraps on them or something, or a little egg wrap or something like that. If you're steelhead fishing, and shoot, you can have 4 of them ready, bring them in, boom, boom, boom.
Did you see that?
When I saw what?
I said you got excited when you said egg wrap.
Egg wrap.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like, you put a bait wrap on there, well, you can work on the other ones while your other ones are running. Bring them in, click, 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 back out.
Yeah. For sure. Size of plugs. That's a good question that we haven't got yet, because there is, like on the mag lips, for example, they're making multiple sizes. Same with the wigglers. There's like the wee wiggler or there's the big wiggler. What do you use? Do you ever mess around with different size plugs?
I feel like it's more crucial, and I'm not going to sit here and talk about how I know everything about plugs because I don't fish them that much to begin with. It's more of a time and place kind of thing. Some of the fisheries that I fish a lot, you can't even fish from the boat, so I'm not backing plugs down almost ever. But it just depends on the depth and the style of water that you're going to be running them in. Yeah. You're not going to use a 14 size plug in a 4.5 foot deep run that has a nice steady current. You know you can run a plug because it's going to be smacking the bottom coming up, and you're going to have a hard time keeping a good line through there. Smacking the bottom is not necessarily a bad thing, but if you can't get a good, consistent work through that plug, through the hole, you're going to want to downsize to something that's not going to dive as deep.
I mean, honestly, if you're looking for a couple like real good beginner plugs to start with, though, you cannot go wrong with a 3.5. And if you really want to size down because the water's low, a 3.0. I mean, honestly, the 3.0 mag lip, 3.5 are just awesome steelhead plugs, whether you're fishing the Columbia River or a small trail.
That's this. Is that 3.5?
That's a 3.
3.0.
That's a 3.
And that's a 3.5.
Yep. They are very universal. They're very easy to tune. They have a good action. Steelhead love them, and they're very easy to use. So here,
I want that one.
The thing is,
Tiger style.
3 only dives to 10 feet, and I just worry about.
I don't even think it dives 10 feet. So there's a 3.5 in the bottom there and a 3.0 on top. Great plug. Switch out your hooks, of course.
Here's another, or you can go this one.
The 2.5. I've not done well with the 2.5. I gave it some try out in Columbia on those summer steelhead. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the 2.
I heard they were really good for trout.
Yeah, for trout, I think we trolled them in horseshoe and knocked the tar out of them.
Yeah.
The 3.5, 3.0s, you cannot go wrong for steelhead. Pick your color.
Thank you again,
fact,
Northwest Slayer.
You don't even have any gone catching color. 3.5.
Where did I get this shirt, Marlin?
From Smith.
Yeah, the 80s called.
From Smith.
From Smith Optics, guys. Best sunglasses on the market.
Natural or bright?
Came in a box. I grabbed it. The rest is history.
Should we give one away?
Yeah. Whoa, what size is that?
Medium.
Oh, yeah, give it away.
No, that's your size. George medium.
Yeah, we should definitely.
All right,
Let's
fine.
go in
We'll
with
add
the
it.
mustache
We'll add
pack.
it to the prize pack.
That is an awesome shirt. No, it is not.
That reminds me of like Full House.
That is a Jordan shirt. Like,
yeah,
I don't
dude.
care who you are.
Saved by the Bell, straight up. It's literally the exact same Shapes and everything.
Well, whatever.
Saved by the bell.
Someone's gonna win it. Someone's gonna win it. What's the question? What should we ask the question?
Real fat, Mikey Bodine, go back and check out the live feed from last week and from 3 weeks ago. We
what?
had large, in-depth bobber dogging conversations and bead conversations. We even had Randy Bales from Lured Beads in here.
Yeah, we just did a whole bobber dogging one last week too with Pop
That's what I was
Off.
telling him. Go back and check those other live feeds, Mike. We're gonna stay on the spinners there. And when to use natural colors or bright colors for what? Plugs?
Yes.
Yes. I came in when
That
you were
looks so
talking about
fishy.
Oh,
I know.
God.
I think it's just like any kind of hardware. I don't think color's the main factor. Getting in front of it. It's reaction bite.
You're just gonna have your favorite plug. Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to. You're just gonna have your favorite plug. Like, dirty water day. It's gonna be just like the beads. The
I mean,
spinners,
I would say
anything.
you do it the same way you do
Open the
spinners.
box.
Like you
Yeah.
open the box up and see which one's radiating in the light that day.
no, you just fish this one.
That don't work.
No.
You would not want to fish that on a really. I'm trying to think of something smart ass to say, but I can't.
Not so witty.
Any decent water, like normal steelhead green water, 4 foot to 8 foot runs, like Columbia. I don't know. I've always done really good on that guy. That orange with black.
Clint,
spot.
one more time. One more
Dr.
time. Can you
Death
throw
one
up?
that I've been
I want to
using
get
in
one
here.
more time. Tell people about this
Like you said,
Thursday.
it's-
Bring it up, buddy.
I like this one. This one always looks really nice. I still haven't got many fish on it.
So do not forget, guys. We're gonna start wrapping it up. We will do one last giveaway before we leave all you guys. So we'll get a question going for that. But I wanted to get one last thing in here. Do not forget this Thursday. Come hang out with us at Bob's Sporting Goods in Longview, Washington.
Oh, divers.
Come hang out. It's going to be a fun time. We got lots of prizes, food for you guys. It should be a great time hanging out with a bunch of different fishing addicts. So hope to see you guys
Looks
all there.
great,
Yeah,
though.
it is tomorrow, I guess. Damn.
Oh yeah, shoot. I gotta get ready for that crap.
It is tomorrow. Jordan's ready. He'll just wing it.
Perfect. You can wing mine too.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
out.
do the whole
I'm just,
thing.
I'm just gonna sit and
Just be the pretty
relax.
face. I'll talk about everything.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So don't forget. Hope to see you guys all there. Let's get a question going. For what's a question for this last little prize pack here? Some winter chrome blend.
Taste it.
Smells delicious.
What's a good question, man? I'm stumped. Have you caught a steelhead yet this year?
No.
No. We asked that.
Are
like,
you
earlier.
going to go to the Portland Sportsman Show?
Oh no!
and
Are
visit
you
the
coming
Addicted booth?
to the
the bash?
bash
That's
tomorrow?
even better.
There we go.
Okay. I like
We'll
it.
settle on that.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're not,
Good job,
just say
team.
no. Not a
That
big
was
deal.
good.
We're gonna randomly select from the comments. So the question is, are you coming to the Addicted Winter Bash tomorrow at Bob's? If you're not coming to the Bob's one, but you're coming to the Fisherman's, please put that in your comment. Like, not gonna make it to Bob's, but I'll see you at Fisherman's.
Just say Fisherman's.
Yes.
Yes, no, or Fisherman's.
Okay, that's your answer. Yes, no, or Fisherman's. We're going to give you an Addicted hat, a Mustad decal, some Winter Chrome Blend, and a shirt from Smith. Comment below. Share this live feed out there. And do not forget, thumbs up that video, especially on that YouTube channel. Please give that video a thumbs up.
Holy
Clint's
crap.
already like,
And it's broke.
the comments are about to break.
And it's broken.
There's a lot of yeses already. Are we gonna get him to move the thing out into the main room?
They
again?
won't do it.
Oh my god.
It's just
We're gonna have to bring a megaphone since we're in a room full of padding and styrofoam. It makes it really easy to hear.
Yeah, we should try to get him we should sell him, get a mic.
Yeah, a mic and a speaker.
Mic and speaker.
So I mean, you cannot yell loud enough in that place.
You'll, yeah,
Marlin can.
for sure.
For sure.
Just put all your notes on. Type them up and I'll read them out while you're saying. And you can just sit there and like make the hand
He'll be the
motions.
teleprompter.
Yeah, and Mark will be like yelling,
He'll say whatever's on the teleprompter.
Oh, it would be good.
wow.
Bless you.
Woo. I'm allergic.
Yeah.
There's a lot of yeses.
There is a lot of yes. There's a lot of
So those of you guys that are saying yes,
all the people that are out
don't
in
get
the-
there late.
All the people watching from the Midwest are like, "What the hell, dude?" See, like, I'm in Michigan.
And we understand if you say no, and if you
Soon
say
enough.
no,
Soon
if you're
enough,
honest,
Todd.
you still can win the prize.
Yeah, the drawing's random, so just to answer, we're gonna randomly select from those.
Will Kaplan
comments.
be there?
Kaplan will be there.
Easy for cheesy.
He'll
Will
have
there
a
be
whole
pizza?
Eating that cheesy pizza.
He'll have a whole pizza deep before you guys even get there.
I'll say one.
Dude, two's breakfast, bud.
Yeah, Cody Gregg, we get it. Michigan is too far.
I have pizza.
But one day we're gonna come out and see you.
Yes, indeeder.
Yes, sir.
Dude, Northwest Slayer's coming through with the super chat.
You're the man today, Northwest.
Thank you, dude.
Thank you.
We really appreciate that you guys.
No
would do
waiting
that
for
on
Southern
the Super
Oregon.
Chats.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
No, because I'm in California. We'll drive. You want to leave California anyways? Be honest with yourself. Yeah. No, wait, no, you don't. Actually, wait. No. Wait. Damn it. It's a secret. It's miserable up here. It sucks. It rains a lot. Oh god, it rains a lot today.
Anthony Rubio's disqualified. He's commenting fisherman's multiple times. Ooh. Come on, dude. You know better.
You know better.
You do that every week.
Come on, Rubes. Come
I like
on.
how you would hit her like Ty. You have a nickname for him.
A lot of multiple.
No, but hashtag Lowhole Clint. Do not forget, if you guys are supporting the hashtag Lowhole Clint movement, make sure you come to our booth at the Portland Sportsman Show because we have something real special for you guys. Come hang out.
Real special.
Come to the booth. I can't wait to release this shirt. We might have to give a little sneak peek of like one little corner of it or something. Have you seen them? Are they printed yet?
I saw this burned screen.
They're so epic, dude.
We're gonna change it.
Oh.
That's don't say there.
Wearing that every day during spring season. I'm gonna roll up right behind him and just drop it.
I'm gonna raid Marlin's garage. So if someone does low hole me while wearing that, I'm gonna give them product from Marlin's garage. How about that?
You're just gonna.
Just throwing stuff out like Oprah.
Clint's gonna be trolling, just full plane right past him and just drop the motor right there and just start trolling.
I'll cut your line. I don't care.
He's done it.
He's done it before.
I will cut your line.
That's a fact. I watched it.
All right,
Make
Clint.
sure I don't bring my kids.
Let's
That
pick
will
someone,
lose my
dude.
mind.
Clint, pick a winner, bud. Pick a winner.
I'm busy.
Losing his mind.
Is he drinking his gallon?
Yeah. Plants love electrolytes.
I'm a little low.
What have you been doing?
Whoa.
Tired.
Tell it, yeah, I'm doing. Don't do that, man. I'm dying.
This was a long feed. I feel like 8:30.
Yeah, we started at like 7.
It's 2 hours.
All right,
and
here we
nothing
go.
but
Winner
complete
coming
BS. Oh, it's a no guy. Get rid of him. Just kidding. Alex Bunch.
Alex Bunch from
Facebook.
You won yourself an Addicted hat, some Winter Chrome Blend, a Smith t-shirt, and a Mustad decal. So shoot us an email to orders@addicted.fishing.
And you know, you could pick it up tomorrow if you went to Bob's, but whatever.
Just shoot us an email, give us your address, let us know what you want, and we will get that shipped out to you, man. Thank you so much.
Alrighty.
Let's get those raw though.
What else we got? Anything else, guys, for tonight, or what's up?
No, we're out of here. Thank you so much, you guys. Stay
Jordan
fishy.
every week.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Out of here.
Had a
Over
long
it.
day.
New comments. I'm salty. I'm sorry. Yep. Well, for those of you guys coming tomorrow night to Bob's, looking forward to seeing you. We should get there, about 5:45 or so? 5:30, 6, somewhere in there?
Kaplan's
We'll
laughing.
be there at like 4 o'clock.
We'll be there at like
4
I
o'clock.
can't be there at 4. I'm driving you.
Shut up.
I'll be there at like 5 probably.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys all there tomorrow. After that, nothing else this weekend. You fishing?
No, we might go up to the Puyallup show maybe and walk around.
Yeah.
We'll see. If the river, I can tell you one thing: if the rivers are in shape, we won't be there.
Yeah.
So if the rivers are blown out, we'll be there.
Yeah. If the river's blown out Friday, I may just go sturgeon fishing Friday. I may have to put a little open seat thing for keepers on Friday.
Yeah.
We'll
If
see
you guys
what's up,
want to
though.
get out sturgeon fishing, do not forget, shoot Cam a message on Facebook or get a hold of him on his website. Try to get some sturgeon trip books because I don't think that from what I'm seeing with pictures.
Northwest Slayers.
Look at that.
Did you typo that bad boy?
Dude, Northwest Slayers.
Supposed to be 49 cents.
Thank you so much, dude. I'm glad you love those Gerber scissors.
Yeah.
Like Cam said,
I told you they'll
literally
change your life.
will
Come
change
on.
your life.
They will change your life. Apparently, they changed that guy's life.
Yes.
He's giving us
absolutely.
$50 super chats.
But like I was saying,
We'll see you tomorrow night.
with the pictures that I've been seeing, what do you think? Is that season going to last much longer?
No.
Exactly. So if you want to get out sturgeon
Two
fishing,
things.
make sure you give
two
Cam a
things that are
call.
going to happen with sturgeon keeper season. I already see it coming, and I don't even care. The rivers are blowing out. People are going to look. People are going to fish, and the forecasts, like the next 7 days, are mint for wind in the gorge. So I'm just gonna tell you guys right now because I don't care.
Mint.
They're mint. It's
Are
gonna
you
be good.
12?
No. Mint's an old word. They're gonna be I feel like it's gonna be pretty decent this weekend. So I think a lot of people will go out. A lot of people, and I don't blame them. So what you got, it's what you got.
Cool.
So I would not expect that quota to last in maybe, I don't know. I'm going to say around the Sportsman show, but
Yeah. Another announcement too that I forgot to say at the beginning of that. All you guys that have been asking for the Sink It jigs for so long, they are in Bob's now. Bob's Sporting Goods has a whole stockpile of the Sink It jigs. Fisherman's does. I think Fishfield does in Tigard. So all those locations now have our Sink It jigs. I think Sportco does as well up north. So if you guys want to get our Steelhead jigs, go ahead to those retailers and support at those retailers, please. Thank you so much.
And yes, Bob's is a free thing to attend. Yep.
Yes, free event, no money required.
Yep.
But
And William, I thought we said
Jordan
you could
does
pick up,
accept
I thought
tips.
Mike would have the vest for you tomorrow at the bash. We'll see you there. What is
People
the?
are asking if you have any openings.
I might have on Friday. I'm gonna have to decide if I'm gonna cancel my Steelhead trip Friday or not. So we'll see. Oh, you guys!
You ain't fishing. He's just
I'm fishing tomorrow. Where are you guys fishing? Oh, that's right. Go watch those graphs go up. Watch those graphs go up.
It's just vertical.
Cool. There's one that ain't.
Which one?
There's one that ain't. It's gonna be beautiful green, and I'm gonna catch steelhead.
Don't forget about rivers that aren't controlled by
Mother Nature.
Mother Nature. But there's also no fish in there.
Yeah, so there's not many fish in there though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fish for steelhead.
I'm looking for that
I'm gonna
one
grab
bite.
my bouncing Betty and head for the river.
I might have to. I'm gonna bobber dog with 3 ounce bobber weights. It's gonna be awesome.
All right, I think we should call it. Don't you think?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think that's it. I don't think we got any other little updates for you. So, again, thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget, if you're on YouTube, turn the bell on. I'm going to keep saying that until every single one of you guys have that little bell notification on. And that's it.
Thanks
Let's
so
end it.
much, you guys.
Peace
we
out.
appreciate you.
We'll see you guys next Wednesday. We got a lot of YouTube videos coming out this week, so stay tuned.
Stay fishy.
Later, guys.